Oh my god, it's lagging. What the fuck? It's all horribly broken. Hang on. There's nothing installing. Why is it? There's nothing installing. Why is it lagging? Why is it lagging? Why is it lagging? I don't actually know. Could it be to do with that? Hello? No, there should be nothing out of the ordinary here. Is it all really choppy again? Oh, what a pain in the arse. It shouldn't be going all choppy. Let's close that. There's nothing updating. Nothing downloading. Oh. Professional streamer. Is it lagging? I don't know. It's oh no. The little green box has kind of re-stifled itself. I'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully, I reckon it's... I reckon I know what it is. Hang on. Let me just... go under the desk. There we go. Is that better? Could be better. It doesn't seem to be lagging anymore. Right, okay, it's working. It's good. Nobody panic. We're okay. We're okay. How are we doing? We good? I think it's all... I'm just going to go open my window a bit more. It's actually, like, really warm in here. I've also lost my glasses. I don't know where my glasses are. I literally don't have a clue. Where have my glasses gone? Steady then. I literally have no idea where my glasses are. Where the hell have they gone? Sorry. It's not. Hello? Back here? Oh! Ah, shit, the monitor's gone. My wristwatch. I found a watch. That doesn't help me. How long has that been? What time is it? Oh, it's solar powered. It hasn't seen the light of day in about a month, so that doesn't work. Can't see a fucking thing. Oh well, we'll just have to make do, I guess. Right, yeah, so we're going to be playing some FTL. I need to wheel the chair under the desk. There we go. Get ready for that. Some of that. Ooh, break everything. Some of that ASMR gameplay. There we are. Cool. Of all the people, I know. Just keep them on. It's true. I took them off. I had them this morning, and I've had to go to work without them. And I've just sort of, literally upon starting the stream, realising that I could barely read any of the OBS stuff. And I was like, where the fuck are my glasses? I don't know. I can't see fuck all, basically. So I think I think we're going to be playing is FTL. I could load Borderlands at this rate. I'm like squinting at the screen. Okay, this should be all right. There we go. Right. Okay. Let's just throw some stuff over there. It's just a typical stuff. I've got a coat hanger on my desk. Let's throw that over there. Let's move that back. I'd love to know where they've gone. Not in this drawer. A load of crap in this drawer. Oh shit! My bank card. I've been looking for that as well. Is my phone in here too? I am the most disorganised man you will ever meet. Yeah. I found my bank card. That'll do. Search for your glasses first. I could do. Do you want to put some? I'll put on some. What's this other song? Some Mystic Laser Panther Rave. Let me just find my glasses. You're getting a second intro song while I find these, because this is a game all about narration and I can't find them. Just give us a minute. Otherwise I can't narrate anything that comes up in FTL. So you're gonna just have to have a second song while I fucking find these. I found him. I've got him. There we go. Let's stop everything. They were in a shoe. They'd fallen off the cupboard into a shoe. So I've got them now. There we go. I also found my belt, and my phone, and my bank card. So this has been the most productive finding of glasses I've ever had, because all three of those items have been lost for the last week. I kid you not. There we go. That's it. Lovely. I'm just cleaning them. In a shoe. That's right. There we go. I can see emotes in chat. I can't see what they say. Do I live in a bin? I don't know. I think there are homeless men with you know, sort of, with better build-ups than this. I'm kind of determined not to turn this into another 45-minute session, so I kind of checked that everything worked beforehand. Apart from me, I didn't check myself. I didn't find my glass. I couldn't find him. But yeah, I found him in a shoe. I've got my belt back. I got my bank card. I'm happy. I came this close to ordering a new bank card today, but I thought no, it's got to be in here. I've found it. It's amazing. It's a crisis averted, and only a week till payday as well. So like, I chose a good time to get it back. Sweet. I need to actually go down. I need to go down the. It's just as well really because I need to go down to the what is called a delivery office for Royal Mail here in the UK because my long dark cup finally arrived. And there's a £12.64 customs charge for it. So I've got to go to this delivery depot, which has a 4-hour opening time from 10 till 2, and pay fucking Royal Mail 13 quid. So I've got to do that tomorrow as well, which should be fun. There we go. I would say these lenses are sufficiently... And the gift of sight has been restored. They're not even that clean, to be honest. What did I so just give them another... There we go. Another sprint. Just, I don't know, just talk. Do whatever it is you do when you're waiting for me to sort my shit out. That's a bit better, isn't it? There we go. Good stuff. This is why email has replaced letters. It's true. They are pretty damn good glasses. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I don't think... would you consider it good practice keeping your glasses in a shoe? I mean, if you don't have a glasses case, where else are you going to keep them? There we go. Right. We can move the mic back in now. We need to tilt it up a bit so that it's actually sort of somewhere near my face. And then yeah, that should be about there. Let's just... loud noises. What was that? That didn't sound promising. There we go. It's alright. It's okay. We'll get there eventually. Good. So that's fine. The pop filter's in the right position because I hit it with my head. Excellent. Right, so we're going to move that. That's a sock. That's a pair of socks. We'll move those over there as well. Right, FTL. I think I've already got a thing set up. I don't even have a thing set up. I need to create like a scene on OBS. I need to create a scene. More than I've done already. Right. What should we call it? FTL. Oh, it's gone dark. Hang on. You'll see something in a minute. What else do I need? Live bug fixing. That's what we're all about. Stream Pro alerts. Browser source. Browser source. Stream. It's my streaming socks, exactly. And then we've got game capture. I need to launch the game. Right. FTL. Hold on. Faster than light. Square brackets. Game capture. There we go. It's my naming convention. So we need to patch the game, which I've done. And we need to no? Yes. Patch. Yes. Here we go. We're patching. We are now patching the game, which is a very, very quick thing. It's going to be done in a second. Run the game now. Yes. Yes. Capture a specific window. FTL. Okay. Where is it? Oh. Is it? Yes! There we go, we found it. Lovely. I've installed like a couple of extra mods. That's very fancy. Look at that. That's so nice. I installed like a HD graphics mod. And that looks fucking lovely. Holy shit. Well, that's so nice. My eyes have been graced. We have visual, we've done it. Is Digby back? Lovely. Get to show him my submarine game that I found. Not that there's much to play at the minute, but it might be cool just to do it again. A high quality black screen. You can see it, can't you? It's all there. Also, the game's a bit loud, I think. Let me just... There we go. I think that's a bit more reasonable. Lovely. Awesome. There we go. It is almost payday. Exactly that. So, new. I've got a few different ships and stuff like that. It's kind of like a rework of the UI and things like that to make it look a bit more fresh. And there's not really any other gameplay mods that I've got enabled. I've just got the normal Captain's Edition mod, the one that we've played before. There was a mod called Into Darkness, or Further Into Darkness, or something like that. An FTL mod. I have no idea how it works, and I tried to install it alongside the Captain's Edition, and it fucking broke, like, in a big way. So I've decided to stick to what I know, and we're going to just play the Captain's Edition, I think. The question is, I've got many, or many few ships. I've got 4 different ships, and I've got a few different types of ship that I can take out with me. So I'm kind of a bit sort of on the fence about which one I'm gonna take out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hidden. Why is that hidden? Oh, it's at the back. What's his name? Damage Nuka. Yes, thank you very much, mate. Damage Nuka. Lovely. Welcome. Willkommen. Welcome aboard. Yeah, so, again, live bug fixing. I'm teaching you to stream by doing exactly what you shouldn't do. Right, so, yeah, FTL. We've got to choose a ship. We've got to choose some fun stuffs. I never play the Swallow. It's always a bit of a weird one, the Swallow. And again. And triple This one's all about, like, stunning people. It's more about killing crew than it is anything else. Got a dual laser. I'm sure it used to have a laser weapon before, or am I talking arse? Ion Stunner. Ion weapons can disable systems without causing hull damage. This ion weapon stuns crew inside the room for 5 seconds. It doesn't do any crew damage, though, so it's just a means to an end. Sounds a bit crap. Captain Quebec is the captain of all captains. Yes. It's Major Captain. Let me just tilt that monitor backwards a little bit. Bit of live fixing now. There we go. Oh yeah. Dude, that's so much better. I'm tilting my main monitor back. Holy shit. Ugh, there we go. Yes, let's do that. That looks way better. Oh yeah, we'll do that. No, I need to tilt this one down a little bit. But that looks way better on that one.
Oh,
Q-Beard.
yeah.
That dude is just called Dude. Dude. I didn't spot that. That's great. Dude the Dude. The ship is called the Swallow. You have to swallow your pride and fly it. A swallow is a bird as well. That's right. That could be it. Yeah, I didn't make that connection either, Vis. So don't worry. You're all right. Right. I don't know what ship I want to play. Oh, this looks badass. What's this one all about? It's got 4 crew, two light bulb men, an armoured ant, and Grandma Ripley. That's all on there. The Fregatier, or the Frigatid, the Fregatidae. That's a horrible mashup of pronouncing it, but that's fine. So what's the niche with this one? Got decent shields. Well, it's entry-level shields. Okay, engine. Crap weapons. In fact, it's got no weapon system. It fully relies on the flak artillery. That is an odd thing. This is a strange ship. Entirely relies on the flak? High-powered flak gun that fires projectiles. Oh, it's not even a Vindicator beam either. Sorry, let me just... Yeah, that's a Vindicator beam. A flak gun. Fires 7 projectiles. Do we want to fly this? Adaptive gel suits protects the crew from certain hazards, reduces damage from low oxygen. Do we want to fly this? This sounds dope. A flak gun. Falarium. Oh, yes, we're doing that. We're calling it that. We're calling it the Falarium. Or the Falurium, even. I missed a sub. Oh, shit. Who did I miss? Oh, I didn't. Did I? I don't think I did. Who did I miss? It doesn't say anything in chat. Did I miss one? Well, thank you to you, person. You know who you are. I can't tab out, otherwise it will break on me. The Falurium. Yeah, rig ship for space. The Falurium. That is a fantastic name. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna have to choose some crew for it, basically. Let's see who we're going to take with us on this maiden voyage. So, we've got a human crew member, we've got 2 Zoltan, and we've got a Mantis. So we've got to, well, we've got to take some people with us, I think. Rig ship for Swallow, rig ship for Falarium. You missed a sub from a person called Engineer Liony. Oh, okay, thank you very much, mate. And thank you, chat, for finding out who it was. Thank you very much, Engineer. Right, so, again, some people, obviously, you know, one of those ones is going to be unique to the stream there, so if you sort of care for it, you can say the letters ME, you can say me, and I shall select you to go into the crew. Sadly, I can't choose who you're going to be, you're just going to be one of the people on board, and I will take you with me. We'll take Reddy. We'll take Reddy as well, because he asked nicely, because he was Reddy 65. You can be one of our sparkly green men. Let's take Vissy as well. I'm just going to call you short names as well. So we'll take Vissy as our other sparkly. Let's go. Ooh. Foo-foos. Let's call him Cuddly.
Yeah.
You can be our captain. Cuddly. And let's get a. Ooh. Oh, Kavito BMG. Thank you very much, mate. And let's go. I think Momo had a... I'm not sure. You might have had a character before. It rings a bell. I'm going to try and pick someone else. I might be talking out my arse there. Probably am. Edible Shoe. I think given that, we're going to take you with us. So Edible Shoe. Let's take Shoe as well. So... Oh, did I not name someone? Oh, I did. I just overwrote. Who did I just overwrite? I can't remember who I just overwrote. Okay, I don't know who I just overwrote. I do remember who I overwrote. I just can't remember who it was. I should have had that other box clicked. Who was it? Who did I overwrite? Loads of people. Cuddly, that's it. You're now our other guy. You've had a downgrade. You're now a dirty Zoltan. Sorry about that. Right, okay. So, this is our ship. We've got a kick-ass pirate paint job. And you are in the systems that follow. Shoe. You are the famous Shoe. The glasses-hiding Shoe. That's his bandit name. You are our helmsman. You're in the cockpit. We've got who is oh, it doesn't actually say. I can't figure out. I think it's Vessi. Yeah, Vessi. You are our engine operator. Reddy, you're on weapons, and Cuddly, you are our shield operator. Like I say, we've got the adaptive gel suits, so all should be pretty good. I did kill Captain Cuddly. Cuddly the Psycho Mantis. Yeah, we're going to get you in for some melee, I think. Cool. Right then, let us. We're going to go on normal because easy's a bit too easy, even though I can't beat it. And we're going to carry on. So, the data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But make sure you get to the exit before the Rebel fleet can catch up. And then there's a tip there. We've got a special interaction here. Mod, strip nearby asteroid for scrap. It's a blue option. So let's do that. You take a shuttle and grab as much metal as you can. 330 scrap. This interface is much nicer. I'm sure sort of regulars of the stream will agree. We've also got like a nice HD shield texture as well. I will love your controller with my mind. That's right. Psycho Mantis. Yeah, I'm sure you played a Mantis before. I can't remember. That's right, we've got a teleporter. Controller vibrates, that's right. Brilliant. Right, so, the FTL drive is charging. We just unpaused the game. So our flak cannon here.
Oh, yeah.
Linda Edel. I'm terrible with names. Linda. Yeah, thank you very much. We're in a nebula at the moment, which isn't the best start. I'm just coming to stock with the weapons and things like that. So we've got teleporters in and out, 20-second cooldown. Engines are powered, weapons are powered. Clone Bay should bring us back from the dead, heals all crew of 16 HP every jump, and automatically clones a dead crew member. So as long as that's not dead when people die, you'll come back from the dead, which is always helpful. Crew boarding gets a little bit more interesting, but you know, beggars can't be choosers in that case. Suddenly, crew boardings become like a real nasty business. So we're very vulnerable to being attacked, which is a thing. Right, let's jump on. So FTL drive, we've got a distress signal down here, and we've also got 2 secondary jumps through some nebulas. I'm going to hit this nebula first. See what's in here. A heavily damaged Federation ship is hiding in the nebula at this beacon. Before you have time to make contact with them, they fade into the nebula. Attempt to follow and help them, keep your position, or teleporter. Lock onto their life signs with your teleporter. Now, I'm going to leave this to the stream. Now, blue options are special options that, as you can see, are as a result of having a specific parameter ticked. But there is a catch. This teleporting thing is nearly always a good idea, but there's always a chance that we'll be teleporting pirates. You've got to remember, this is a damaged Federation ship. They could have been boarded, the crew killed, and there are now pirates hiding out on board. Everybody thinks 3. I hope in the future you can play with Womble and friends again. Oh, well, if they play decent games, basically. 3. You have a Mantis. I think they want 3. 3 seems to be the resounding number. There we go. As we get a new person on board, you beam the Federation crew member aboard. One gladly joins your crew, and the rest wait to be dropped off at the next station. So, instantly, we click the ship button, and we need to take another Mantis with us. So, state your name and intention. We need another me. What is the worst that can happen? It's true. Teleport them into a room with a one-day door that's already got a vacuum. That's a good idea. Let's take... we'll take Bart with us. Go on. Let's get a couple of regulars in there. So, Bart, you are... Well, we don't really have a position for you to go, to be honest. So we're going to have you go to the door control area and operate this door here so that we have slightly improved bulkheads. In fact, actually, we'll move you over to sensors so that our sensors are somewhat improved. They will work as soon as we get out of this nebula. Oh, shit. Vissy, thank you for taking me onto the crew. £1. Thank you very much, mate. Dankeschön. Oh my god. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, so we got loads of blue options here and an absolute wall of text. Let's get into that. So, once you arrive at the location of the distress call, a small cargo ship hails you. Shiny, glad you are not another pirate. We were ambushed by some outlaws and our shield couplers were damaged beyond repair. We have energy, but we can't get our shield stabilized properly. If it comes to another fight, we'll be totally defenseless. We can either offer to escort them to the home port, ignore their problem and move on, seize their cargo illegally, which is an immoral choice, which is a whole different statistician thing, and we've got option 4 as well, which has one of our Zoltan crew member to power their shields. For people that don't know, you can see up here that Vissy and Reddy have a sort of an aura glow to them, and the rooms that they're in have these yellow bars. They actually are able to power a room that they're in. So we're going to go, looks like this seems to be a resounding success for number 4 there. You dock with the ship and your Zoltan calmly walks to the shield room. The being does not touch anything, it just concentrates for a few seconds and suddenly the lights flicker, power levels increase and the ship's shield bubbles comes up strong. The crew of the cargo ship seem a little embarrassed. Sorry, but we don't have any scrap to spare. All we can give you is this spare part of our cargo. This stuff does not sell particularly well anywhere, but it's still worth quite a bit. Xeno, organisms, ship augment. Let's take a look at what they gave us. Various sorts of alien plankton or algae that are commonly used as food sources, as a food source, or as bioterraformers. Basic trade goods. So they gave us some trade goods, so we can sell those at like markets. So not too bad. There we go. So we're going to jump up to node number 3 here. So we've jumped into a nebula. You jump into a sector of the nebula beset by a plasma storm. An automated rebel scout stationed at the beacon moves into attack. Prepare to fight. You get ready to engage the ship. So, we've got a couple of choices here. We have no weapons. So what we're going to do is we're going to move Reddy out of weapons into the engine room. Because we need to get 2 bars of power in there to get the engine fully charged. There we go. So evasion is now to maximum in the engine room. We've got to wait for the flak cannon to charge. We've taken a hit to the shields. Shields are down. Let's get ready. Ooh, very heavy hit on the shields. Oh man, we're getting annihilated. Let's get everybody fixing their stations. We're getting roasted by this thing. Holy shit. There we go. Holy shit. We're getting fucked. Right, this is a tough start. Cut us some fucking slack. Are you fucking kidding me? Blow that shit up with the flak gun. There we go. So, your fire tears away a huge section of the enemy plating. Good hit. Big hit there. Mind control device has just gone off as well. He's attacking the engine. Enemy weapon systems are still online. This is really dangerous. It goes without saying. Another another hit there. Oh, shit. And someone just died. Missy just got killed. But that's okay, because they'll come back in the next fight. We're getting absolutely hammered! There we go. Back. Get down here and help. O2's off. Let's get ready over to O2. The flak gun's about to fire again. Oh, he's been mind controlled. He's going for the teleporter. Let's just get you two to fix O2 for now. Get you in here to fix engines. Weapons are offline. The flak gun fires. That is a rough start. One of the masses of automated rebel drone is shot down. Its corpse scattering useful scrap materials before your recovery arms. We got fucking raped. That was the first enemy we encountered? You're joking? Well shit, basically. That was very unlucky. I'm going to say that's very unlucky. Well, I can't heal anybody up either. This is just how it is for the minute. Power down the teleporter and power up shields. We're just going to have to jump away. We've got a store right there, but we need to zigzag through some different areas. Oh, great. More combat. You detect an automated rebel scout attacking a small refugee outpost. What's it got? Some kind of beam and a single-shot laser weapon. Hopefully we can deal with this. Intervene and defend the outpost. It's gone cloak. We need to power that up. We need to power that up. No, we need to power up O2. That's more of a priority. We'll power down that for now. Not too bad. So we've just got to wait for this flak gun to charge. 50 seconds is a hell of a long time in these engagements. But it should be able to one-shot it, potentially. Take a hit to the O2. Right, let's get Bart on O2. There we go. I know, you're right, it's insane. Firing point procedures, that's it. That's a really harsh start. Dudley's getting trained in the shields, though. All getting some XP. That one penetrated. Cockpit's down. Black cannon is getting ready to fire. Shields take the hit. Another hit to room 2. Another 2 points of damage. I'm not sure of the effectiveness of this ship. This isn't me. I can't micromanage this any better. This is this ship. I would just say it's not particularly weapon proficient. This ship is arse. This ship is terrible. It's awful. It's such a bad ship. Also, who the fuck gave... Oh my god, this is offline. And we have a fire. Do you know what? We're fucking done, I think. I think that's it. 3 jumps. I think this might actually be my shortest run. Right, close those. I need to get you in. Look, I'm sorry. That was a disaster. We're going to restart. We're going to strip a nearby asteroid, and we're just going to go again. Hopefully, we can have a better run this time. That was a travesty. That does unfortunately mean we lose our 5th crew member, but I'm sorry, that was an absolute joke. What a fucking start. And I couldn't even salvage that. That's the worst thing. Right, we're going to go this way instead. And I'm gone. That's it, Bart. You're out of there. Oh, and we immediately warp next to a pulsar star. We're against a fucking Zoltan ship. Dude, we are in big trouble here. He's going to destroy the weapons, but that's fine. Look at these weapons! What did I do to deserve this? What the fuck? Right, get in there and fix that shit. The shields are still off. There's nothing I can do about it. Oh no, shields are coming up. Pulsar hit. Doesn't block any of the flak. I don't even think we're going to be able to penetrate that with the flak gun. Surveillance is off. Mind control. Massive hit on the engines. Maybe it's this ship. There's like nothing I can do. Stop destroying shit. Come here. Get down here and fix that. Oh no, I need one of you down here. You go down there. What is this game? just FTL things. Maybe gonna have more fun instead. Yeah, honestly. I can't even jump away yet. I don't have the charge to jump away. Dude. Dude, it's so bad. Right, we're gonna go back to the hangar. We're gonna choose a different ship. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. That was awful. That was so bad. Have they upped the difficulty? That was insane. I haven't played it in like 4 or 5 months, but that was ridiculous. I've never... Cloak and Flak? These are only the first enemies of the game. How am I supposed to deal with that? I don't know. How am I supposed to get to the end? How am I even supposed to leave this sector? Look, when in doubt, the Kestrel comes out, so we're going to play the Kestrel. We're just going to do a stock Kestrel run. And we're going to take literally just some... We're going to take some of the crew from before, so we're going to take as many people as I can remember. So we're going to take Cuddly, we're going to take Ready Red Hair, and who was the other one? I know we had 4 crew as well last time, but we're going to have to improvise. Pro Gamer. Cuddly, Bart. Oh, who else did we take? Oh, I'm so shit with names. Vissy, that was it, Vissy. And there was another person as well. So these are the original 3 crew. Well, the original 4. This is what I've got. This is all I've got. Strip nearby asteroid for scrap. Okay, the data you carry is vital yet to the remaining Federation. Let's just forget the events of a few moments ago. Let's strip... Yeah, let's just strip an asteroid. Let's power up our weapon systems. Power down the med bay and power up engines. This is the vanilla ship. This is as good as it gets. Right. Clean slate. Wash your hands of the previous experience, because that was a joke. An enormous joke. That was just... We've jumped next to a sun. Why have you forsaken me? This is so bad. This is so fucking bad. This beacon has been placed too close next to a giant super giant class M star. The ship will gradually overheat until you get out of here. Right. So we've got to open all non-essentials areas like this. We've literally got to just vent all rooms that aren't being used. I can't vent weapons and I can't vent engines. So hopefully they don't get fucked. But if anywhere else does, we'll be able to handle it. So they've got a defense drone instantly. So I won't be able to break through very easily. So I've got to go for their... there's going to be a lot of pausing as well while I figure out how to best approach these things. Where's Solaire when you need him? Yes, praise the sun. So you're still on space vacation, exactly. I know, the Falarium, it's such a shame, but we got to go for... We got to do something else. I've got to knock out that drone. Let's see if I can't knock out that drone with my first. Yes, I can. That means the Periton missile launcher is going to come online, and with that we're going to hit their shields so that the dual laser can't do anything. Let's go for their shields. We're shit. Ready? Sort that shit out. We're going to have to... I can't fire another Periton, it's a waste. We've got a hull breach. Drones offline. Periton, go for the shields. It's a miss and a hit. Solar flare is imminent. Go for shields. Fires in rooms that can handle it. Shields are offline, however, which is very bad. There's a fire in weapons control. Periton, knock out their weapons. There we go. Both their weapons are offline. They're powering up FTL. We need to go for their cockpit then. There we go. Their cockpit is offline. All right, you win. Here's some of the equipment from our stores. Leave us alone. We can offer their... Well, I'll ask the stream chat here. We can accept their offer of surrender for 3 fuel, 3 missiles, and 9 scrap. Or we can refuse and destroy them. What do we think? How you doing, Pete? You doing alright? People think that we need to kill them. Take them out. No surrender. It's a wall of 2s from chat. Some guy being the voice of reason. But no. The chat wants blood. We shall not accept surrender. So shields are now totally offline, but they have no weapons to shoot us with, so we'll go for their shields. Enemy's been destroyed. So we can't stay here because of the solar flare, so we have to just jump and hope that we don't jump into combat. We're going to close all of the doors though and begin... Oh, I've got a quick button for this, don't I? There we go. So all doors are now closed, but we need to get out of here. Hopefully it's not into combat, because otherwise I won't have a weapon. Oh. You detect an automated outpost or a rebel scout attacking a small refugee or refueling settlement. We are going to avoid the conflict. I think you'll agree. You steer clear of the conflict. The outpost receives a beating, but the ship stops its attack before it's destroyed. So we're going to wait for O2 to recirculate. We're going to pull you off the helm, Cuddly, and we're going to get you to fix shields. And I want Vissy and Reddy to both tag team the hull breach. Reddy's got to get out before he suffocates. We'll power down engines, power up medbay, get you out of there. There we go. We'll get you both to heal up, actually. Cuddly there fixing the shields. Not too bad. Lost a bit of health, but inevitable. Right. Shields are back online. Cuddly, go back there. Vissy to the engines. Ready to weapons. Save crew positions. Jump to the next area. Let's do like a nice southern hook around the map. See how everything's going on. Cuddly the helmsman, that's right. Scanners are showing intelligent life forms on a nearby planet. No match for them can be found in the database. We shall investigate. You land a small shuttle on an enormous field whose only occupants are small, brightly coloured, six-legged horses. Or horse-like animals. Could they be what your scanners picked up? We can try and communicate peacefully, bring some creatures on board to sell, or leave. 1, 2, or 3. I think having the captain... Yes, that's right. People... What do we think? Few people want to try and communicate peacefully. Everyone's trying to communicate peacefully. None of your attempts to communicate seem to work. They just stare at you silently. As you prepare to leave, one of the creatures canters forward and forcefully nudges you away from the ship. He seems to want you to follow him. Eventually they guide you to an old NG crash site. Inside you are able to find and reactivate an NG, which is like a robotic being. We find two missiles, a drone part, 8 scrap, and the NG Awan. Let's put you on the shields, Awan, and let's find out who we're going to take with us. Are we going to take... I think we'll take Bart. I think we owe him that much at least. After the travesty of last game. So we'll take Bart as our NG. You're our new shield operator. And then we've got one more crew position that we need to fill. If we can fill it. If the game slots on that long. There we go. That's right. Sorry, Cuddly says in chat, it's pretty funny that I'm one of the crew on your ship considering I've applied for the actual Royal Navy. That's fair enough. There we go. Right, so once you arrive, your screen lights up with warnings. A nearby pirate seems to have advanced hacking tools and they've tried to shut down our engines. Your crew manages to keep them barely operational, and you move into attack. We shall continue. So, Vissy here is trying to keep the engines running, but their hacking module has shut it down. So we need to be on point here. Bart, you're going to have your work cut out for you, I'm afraid. So we're going to stand by and we're going to attempt to disable their weapons before it fires. No, not quite in time. Let's go for their shields then. One hit to the engine room. We're going to fire another Periton at the weapon, at the shield room. It's a hit of 1. Let's knock them out completely. There we go. Now we can focus on their weapons. So their shields are down, which means the dual laser will be doing all of the hard work. We're going to knock out their cockpit as well so that they can't maneuver or evade. Their weapons are back up. Let's focus their shields. Their shields will be coming back online shortly. They can't jump away and they can't evade. Very well done. Only 1 damage. With the pirate ship destroyed, your ship's systems are restored to full functionality. You salvage what you can from the debris. There's 4 fuel and 23 scrap metal for us. Good. Is the music still a bit loud? Sorry. Beg your pardon. There we go. Let's try that. Right then, so we've got a few different options. The beacon map here seems to be encroaching rather quickly, so I think jumping to this node will be a bit risky, but we can definitely zigzag our way through here for the longest time, so let's gain a bit of ground on them. There is a black market hub here. You receive a message. These are dangerous times. If you have extra military-grade explosives, we'll gladly pay for them. This may be I'm not sure. This is a pirate outpost, so we can attack them without much rapport, but they do have a very heavy missile launcher here, which could be a bit interesting. We could try and destroy them, or we could just sell... Well, we can't really sell the missiles. I need them. Space stations are tough, but they can't dodge. Exactly. Some people are saying one. All of your shots hit 100% of the time. People think we should ignore the station. A couple of 5s coming in, but mostly 4s. Where's he hitting us with that kill? Icarus wants us to go full Banzai. SMY wants us to go for destruction, but it does seem to be that number 4 is the resounding...
Yeah.
Oh, Dan 9400. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. Yeah, it seems to be that 4. There seems to be some more 5s creeping in. But, yes, 4 seems to be mostly... Oh, I'd say that. There's now a shitload of 5s. Our missiles can deal with the shield, then we hit it with weapons. I think in this case, it's too risky, I know. Do 5. Oh, it's actually a very even split. Although I would actually say there's more 5s. If that's what we want. This place is rotten to the core and as much of a threat to the Federation as the rebels are. There is no need to spare it. The enemy anti-ship batteries, or not anti-ship batteries, have come online, but they're firing an anti-personnel weapon at us. Let us try and knock out this missile launcher. There we go, the missile launcher's knocked out, but we're taking a hit to the door control. Let's knock out their weapons fully, and let's go for their shields now. We'll just use the burst laser to knock out the shields. There we go. Right. Those are down. That's just an anti-personnel weapon. It hits pretty hard, but we can keep it out of the game. We've got a hull breach. Let's get you on that. Ooh, hang on. 6 missiles is a hell of an offer. Please don't destroy the station. We will give you everything we have. 6 missiles, 2 drone parts, and 9 scrap. Ooh, that's a good offer. Alternatively, option 2 is that we don't accept the surrender. So, what are we thinking? And we're good. Just keep it offline. What do people think? Take the surrender. Very well. We shall accept their offer of surrender and we shall honour our truce. Let's get Vissy in here to deal with the hull breach before too much O2 is leaked through the break. Let's also get Bart in there to do the door control. Vissy, patch that hole, love. There we go. And let's get you into the end. Let's get you into medical centre. Power down engines and power up the med bay. There we go. Bart will return you back to duty. And once Vissy's healed, we'll jump to the next area. 82 scrap isn't too bad. Let's take a look at maybe upgrading our shields, perhaps. How much will that cost us? It will take 50 scrap to get there, and then 55 there. So we need 105 scrap to upgrade the shields. Okay, that we can do. So let's return Vissy back to the engines. There we go. So let's sort of zigzag our way through then. Lovely. An unidentified pirate ship is badly damaged and is being assaulted by a space pirate. Or, sorry, an unidentified ship is being badly damaged, has been badly damaged, and is being assaulted by a space pirate. The victim begins a distress signal message until the pirate cuts it and offers to split the bounty if you sit tight. So there is a bounty on a ship that is being attacked, and he offers us a single fuel cell, 2 missiles, and 9 scrap. Or we can try to be a hero, and not bother, basically. Oh, we're attacking the pirates. First world problems. Pirates and bounty, I know, that's it. A lot of people want us to try and be a hero, though, so we're going to move in. The pirate ship stops its pursuit and locks weapons onto your ship. They've got an ion weapon and some kind of heavy-powered weapon as well. We're going to power down the med bay and power up engines in an attempt to increase our evade, and we're going to fire on their shield system. Both connect and knock it out. Let's knock out their weapons as well. There we go, before they get to fire, and now we'll work them over with the dual laser. Let's knock out each module individually. Let's go for O2. The enemy FTL has been delayed because their pilot has had to come out and repair their different modules, so we're going to go for the cockpit as well. Their ion weapon has just come back online. Looks like they've got at least 2 crew members aboard. Let's just pepper them with the weapon again. Ready. Already very proficient in the weapon skill. Lovely. The pirate explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap. You go to examine the ship you just saved. Thank the heavens you showed up. We don't have much to offer as a reward, but our engineer should be proficient enough to patch up your hull a little bit after that nasty fight. He returns us to full health. That was worth it. That was very worth it. Lovely. This is an ass whooping. This is a paddling as it is. That's very good. Lovely. So we have a store up here. We could hit that store, but I'll do it after I've jumped to this node. Okay. You stumbled across the forward scout of the rebel fleet. They are powering up their FTL. If they get away, they will no doubt warn the rebel fleet of your position. So we have to immediately knock out his engines. We need to take him out of the game. And then assault his weapon batteries. Enemy FTL is still charging. Their evasion's down. Both weapons find their mark. Dual laser. Focus shields. Their shields are offline. Focus down their weapon systems. Weapon systems are offline. Focus on the cockpit. There we go. Cockpit's offline. They're not going anywhere without them. We're going to try and save missiles by just working them over with the dual laser. There we go. They can't evade, so those are all down. Let's go for their engines. This should be a kill here. Perfect. Very well done. No damage taken, and we knock them out. We get a single fuel cell, a drone part, and 16 scrap for our efforts. Very good. Oh yes, this is a very different caliber of run to the last playthrough. 108, we're just short of what we need. Now, I've got a bit of a dilemma here. I kind of want to upgrade the shields, which is a reasonable thing to ask, isn't it? Because, obviously, the shields are basically what prevent us from taking damage from laser weapons. But jumping to this store to just see if it's got a decent weapon in could be a potential waste. Because, first of all, we have to buy the weapon, and then we have to upgrade our weapon systems just to mount the thing. So it may not be worth it. So we could just leave, basically. Gravity flash. Thank you very much, mate. Gravity. That's it. I know, yes. The old chin scratch. I don't think it's worth jumping to this store. So instead we are going to zigzag our way. Or in fact, we'll just go straight... We'll just go straight to the distress signal, I think. Oh, I've just realised I don't have the chat up. Can I just tab out briefly? Oh no, I am at the bottom. There we go. So it appears the distress beacon is coming from the surface of a nearby moon. Your sensors are picking up a single life form. We shall go down to the surface and investigate. You find a man living alone in a cave. From the appearance of his wrecked ship, it seems he has been here for many years. He looks healthy, but his mental state is questionable. We can bring him back on board your ship in hopes of finding some help for him, or we can leave the madman's to his ravings. Now, this usually ends badly, I'll be honest. Experience would tell me to leave this guy alone. But it's your playthrough, not mine. Crew is valuable. It's true console, but they want him. There's only... what do people think? He could actually kick off. Like, this is a madman. You're bringing a lunatic on board. He could pull a knife. He could do anything. You could bring him back on board. There we go. A few twos coming in. Some people seeing sense. It's Womble. Yep, it's Womble on the surface. We're going to err on the side of caution, and we're going to leave the madman to his ravings. There we go. So the distress signal was a false flag. Let us do some ziggy-zaggy. He will eat the other guys. Okay, a small rebel research station overlooks a pulsating star. Before you can react, a rebel ship spots you and moves into attack. So, that's a pulsar star. That will knock out our shield array. They only have a single weapon though, so we need to knock out their weaponry. There we go. Now, as long as we do this, they literally can't hurt us. There we go. So as long as we keep their weapon systems fully deadlocked, let's go for their cockpit as well. There we go. Let's try and get those weapons out. There we go. And fire. There we go. So they can't get away, they can't do anything, they are fucked basically. Dismantled. Very nice. There we go. So your crew breathes a sigh of relief as you successfully repel and destroy this rebel pursuer. You salvage its wreckage and prepare to move on. Now we need to jump away before we can upgrade our shields because this is a dangerous node. We're going to jump to this one. There we go. An advanced Rebel automated ship remains stationed near a small Rebel space station. Sensors indicate it's a storage vessel for military goods. We can attack the automated ship to get the storage cache or avoid provoking the vessel. It has 2 beam weapons but only 5 health. So it is likely very evasive. What do we think? Isn't every store worth a visit until you have a weapon pre-igniter? I guess so, Pete, but at this point we're just trying to get scrap. And if you basically, a turn spent in the shop is a turn that you could spend looting, because you've only got a finite amount of turns before the fleet catches up. So we might not have made it to this node. So people think we should attack it. Very well. Once more you get the ship ready for battle, it has cloaked. Very long cloak. His weapons will be fully charged. Very nasty weapon about to hit us. High energy impact. Hitting the engines. Oh shit, these are both powered down for no fucking reason. That's very bad. Okay, we took some free damage there. Let's try and knock out this weapon system. There we go. So their primary weapon system is down. We've lost all evasion, but that's okay. As long as we can pin this down, that'll be alright. 3 points of hull damage isn't too bad. They can't break through our shields with that level 1 weapon, and we're just going to keep putting this through the mill. Let's just keep attacking that with the basic laser. They can't hit us, and we're basically just training Bart in the shields. There we go, let's hit them again. There we go, they're gone. Perfect. A little bit of damage, but that's my bad. You salvage what you can from the broken ship for 13 scrap. The station was apparently designed to outfit rebel ships with drone systems. You find a functioning schematic and an additional 9 scrap. So, Vissy, I want you to go to medbay, and I want Cuddly to go to medbay as well. We're going to power down engines and power up the med to get you both healed, and then we're going to return you to crew positions. There we go. Now let's upgrade our shields. So we need to get 2 bars in the shields and 2 power bars. And then we power up to level 2 shields. There we go. Slightly denser, which means they now need to do 2 damage rolls on us to land that hit. We're going to power that down and power that up. I think we can also afford another evasion, which is very helpful. So now we're very manoeuvrable, and we've got some a chance to dodge, basically, so that's pretty damn good. I think we can maybe get away with 1 more turn. What do we think? So that's there and there. Oh no. What do we think? Is that in range? Basically, the next jump is going to take us to here. Will we be able to get to the exit before the rebel fleet gets there? I'm not sure. People want to exit now. Okay, we'll exit now. Okay, so you arrive at a busy jump relay. A guided refugee caravan prepares to leave towards the Federation core worlds. The arrival of your cruiser is met with suspicion, even though you repeatedly state that you come in peace. You receive a message from a small refugee convoy. Hail, we'd like to help you on your mission but don't have much to offer. If you have extra metal, perhaps we could work on your ship. We just got a lot of their... We sold a lot of our stuff, basically, so we can inquire about their specialty. We don't have the means to do so. They offer an upgrade to your door subsystem in exchange for some scrap. Not really worth it. Helpful later, but the opportunity's gone. Yes, see? See, that could have fucked us badly there, so thank you for talking me out of it. And now we get to the sector map, something unique to completing an area. We have to choose our route to the final area. So we've got 2 civilian sectors that we can pass through, and then we have to go sort of down the core world tech tree and then get to the final boss. So we can go through checkpoints 212 and 250, or we can go to New Hoshuro at the bottom, so 1 or 2 based on where you want to go. 1 door upgrade is useful, not really 2 against borders and fire protection. Yeah, it's true. A couple of people want to go to Hoshuro, and other people wants to go to the checkpoints. What are we thinking? Federation checkpoints usually less dangerous. It's true. A lot of people want to go to 1, but a few people want to go lots of 2s. There we go. I think it's 2. New Hoshuro wins that by a small margin. You escaped the rebel fleet via the long-range jump relay. This ship is accelerated towards the next sector, but additional fuel will be needed to reach top speed. We can travel with basic engines, which travel at minimum FTL speed to the next sector, only using emergency fuel, or we can use standard engines to travel at top speed, using the usual amount of fuel. We shall travel at a standard speed. Time passes as the ship accelerates towards the next sector and, after hitting peak speed, decelerates over an equally long portion of time. Everything goes according to plan. Some Federation-friendly sectors like this still exist in the galaxy, but with the Federation military retreating, rebels and pirates do as they please. You prepare your ship for the FTL jump. We can socialise with the crew, consider some upgrades for our ship, produce something on board, or continue. Let's try and produce something. You consider your options. We have an FTL fuel recycler equipped, so we're going to try and recycle some fuel cells. The recycler device removes fuel residue from spent fuel cells and refills them with refuels some empty capsules with it. It's not much, but it will last a few jumps. Waste not, want not, as Grandma used to say. And we got 4 fuel. There's RNG. We don't usually get 4 fuel. Sometimes you only get 2 or 1, so that's a bit of a jackpot there. So we've doubled our fuel intake for that run. Comrade, how you doing, mate? So, welcome to Sector 2, New Hashuro. We've got a couple of choices. We can go to this distress module, or we can jump to one of the normal ones. What are we thinking? We could go to the distress beacon? We feeling the distress beacon? I think we should. Is there a new mod? I don't recall any of the details. No, this is just a nice HD visuals. So you'll notice everything is much sharper and much more sort of embossed and defined and things like that. So everyone wants to go to the distress signal. Understandable. You jump in. Once you arrive at the location of the distress call, a civilian ship hails you. Thanks for responding to our beacon. Our FTL navigation has gone haywire and we can't plot a course to the nearest depot to get it fixed. Could you lead us there? We can lead them to their destination, decline, or loot their ship, bearing in mind this is a neutral ship and therefore classed as civilian, meaning that if we attack them it will be considered an immoral action for the Federation and will likely cause some sort of rebellion and or upset from the crew. So we often to lead them to their... a couple of people hitting 3. Yeah, evil bastards. That's right, quests are useful. We shall lead them to their destination. Take this bit of scrap as a down payment, or use your jump signatures to follow you. You're really helping us out here. Added a quest marker to your map. 13 scrap as a down payment. Not terrible. The quest is right next door, but we're going to zigzag our way there. We can't really go this way in good time, so... basically, the more nodes we hit, the better. So we're going to zigzag up, even though it means missing out these nebulas. But those nebulas are more trouble than they're worth. We'll jump to this one first. Your scans reveal an ore refinery and several factories. All are standing still and empty. No life signs detected. We can produce some fuel on board, which is what I'm going to do. The cycler removes. Yep, that's it. So we get 3 fuel from that. Let's zigzag up. Looks like the rebel fleet is just about to arrive in this sector.
Oh.
As soon as you arrive, a small mantis ship detaches from a wreck and jumps away. You have interrupted their salvage operation. Because of this, you find a weapon ready to be installed. 13 scrap and the Hull Smasher Laser Mark III. Lovely stuff. Free weapon, I know. Let's take a look at the capability of said equipment. So, Hull Laser 3, designed to maximise hull damage. It requires 3 power to fire. It has a 15-second charge time. 3 shots per charge is 3. So it fires 3. It does 1 damage. It has a low chance, or a low fire chance, low breach chance, but it does ×2 damage to systemless rooms. So that can do 6 damage if we target a systemless room. So if we need to just chunk HP off them, we can shoot that at a modulus room, that one that doesn't have any like shield plating or anything like that, and we can do 6 damage. So that is a very strong weapon. I know, tier 3. So that is a pretty strong weapon indeed. So we're going to need to upgrade our weapon system to get that fully recognised, I think. So let's just hop down to the quest. See what kind of payment they give us, if any. There we go. Perfect. The ship you were escorting thanks you. I don't know if we could have made it without your help. Let my friends patch up some of your hull and show you their wares. I see it's a shop. So there's a couple of things we could sell. We could sell this system repair drone for 15 scrap, but let's see what 15 scrap would get us. We've already got the major crew positions filled, which means we really don't need any major crew positions. And we've got an onboard assembly line, which means our ship can produce various trade goods on board the ship. Available goods depend on crew and ship upgrades. Requires an empty beacon. Production augment. Not too bad for generating scrap. This is a requirement of a DNA station, so we can't use that. We've also got the ability to, if we sell the thing, purchase Aris, a crew member, but there's not really any need for that, to be honest. I don't think I will. To be honest, we've got two choices. We can buy the onboard assembly line, or we can just save our scrap. Sell the system repair drone. It's not that useful. Ion bomb. It's true. Requires 1 power. A self-teleporting explosive that uses ion damage to disable systems. Can target your own ship. Requires 1 power. 22 seconds and uses a missile. Uses a missile. It does 4 ion damage. What do we think? We've also got a hull repair. Self-teleporting nano repair unit that restores 2 hull damage and 2 system damage to a room that... That's very good. That is very good. And this is a lesser charger, or a laser charger, sorry. Not quite as good, I don't think. Ion damage is incredibly useful. We could take it with us. But I don't think we'll even have enough, though, sorry. 5... Yeah, we'll be 5 short. We'll be 5 short, and I don't want to sell anything else. So we'll get rid of it, but we won't buy anything. I don't think. Buy 1 power and 1 weapon. Yeah, I think so. I think we're going to have to keep the scrap to get the Hull Laser Mark III into the game. So we'll do that. We'll keep the scrap with us. Let's jump to another area. We've got a distress signal, and I think I'd be right in saying that you guys want to do the distress signal. So let's jump down to the distress thing. We'll leave the assembly stuff. Honestly, we need to save the scrap. So, the distress signal is coming from a heavily guarded mining platform. An unhappy employee has sabotaged the drone control. Industrial beam drones run amok and attack the installation. The shield stations hold, but the mining company can't manage to regain control of their drones. We can try to pick off the drones with our weapons, attempt to detonate some of the munitions to destroy the drones, or use an NG crew member to have us fix their control system. Or, equally, we can leave. You can loot back if you want, exactly. Lots of 3s. Have your NG fix the system. Your versatile NG crew member, known as Bart, manages to regain control of the drone system with ease. They return to the hangar completely intact and the mining boss offers you a generous reward. That's a 21 scrap is a hell of a reward, actually. We've also got another store. Honky dory. We're going to zigzag through a few areas to get some more scrap before we go there, though. The station you detect upon arriving at this beacon was apparently targeted by an advanced cyber attack. The crew is dead and is now autonomously operating weapon systems that are targeting you. Interesting. So, they have a level 2. Oh, they've hacked our doors. So we're going to need to use our shields to break through here. We should be relatively safe. We're going to need to use the missiles to break through. Let's use the dual laser. There we go. Their shields are offline. We'll just use the dual laser to keep that off. There we go. Our shields, we physically can't take damage here because we leveled up our shields. There we go. They're hacking our doors. Let's try and take some of those weapons down. We should have probably left that up, actually. There we go. Let's just keep taking them down. Room by room, module by module, let's shut them out. There we go. Everything's offline. What mod am I using? I'm using the Captain's Editions mod, and it's like a HD texture mod. If you search FTL Master Mod List, there's like a very large inventory of mods that you can download for the game. The station's generator core detonates, tearing the structure apart. You gather what you can from the wave of scrap that is sent flying past in all directions. 2 fuel, a drone part, and 17 scrap metal. It's going to cost us a hell of a lot of scrap to upgrade this thing by 3 bars. Like, I hope you appreciate that, how much that's going to cost. That's going to cost 125 to get us to 75. Yeah, this is going to cost us a hell of a lot of money. But yeah, 185. 185 scrap just to get us to level 3, let alone the power bars. So we got a lot of scrap. It's OP Aero. There he is, he's hiding, he's lurking. Lovely. So, we've got that store there, but again, we're going to zigzag around it. We've got to get to these nodes in fairly good time, and we can only jump to that one, so we're going to do the smaller nodes around here. 200 to upgrade, fully upgrade. 215, quick math, exactly. The captain of this ship with pirate markings claims to be an official rebel requisition officer. When you refuse to detonate to the rebellion, the ship cuts commands and moves into attack. The enemy seems to be equipped with a combat augment. Strong radiation is beamed onto your ship. Oh my god, strong radiation. Ah, they've shut down O2. Not good. We're going to need to kill them in very rapid succession then. They're powering up some kind of beam weapon. So let's immediately shut down those shields. Shut down those shields. Double miss. Extremely fast. Right. I can't hit him at all. I'm going to fire one more missile volley and hope that I hit him. There we go. Those are offline. Let's go for that. Let's go for their cockpit. Let's turn it off. There we go. So their evasion's now 0. Let's keep their shields down. There we go. They're powering up the FTL, but I've already killed their cockpit, so they can't get away. Let's knock out their O2 so that they have to send a crew member to repair it. Haha! There we go. Oh my god, that's a hell of an offer. When they send a message to you, I cannot believe how well equipped your ship is. No, I'm just not daft. Please take it and let us live. We can accept their offer of 4 fuel and 8 missiles. That's a hell of a reward. That is 8 missiles. It's huge. Quite a few people think we should go with number 1. That's right. So we're going to take the missile offer. And we're going to honour our truce because I don't want to risk losing anyone. 2 stores. I have time to jump to this one, so we'll jump to this one. Let's see what it's offering. So the engineer has set up a small shop here. Let's just quickly check what's available. So 2 pages. I thought that said grandma then. She's purple. What's wrong with her? Right, so what do we got here? We've got artillery, which we can't afford. We've got backup battery, which we can afford. Got some very light weapons. We've got a Mark II hull laser that requires that much power. It does 2 damage. To be honest, I think our Periton's better. Times 2 damage to systemless rooms. I think there's fuck all here, basically. What is the fleet anyway? It's a rebellion fleet. It's a rebel fleet. I need to make sure I'm here. So if I jump there, they'll be there, they'll be there. They'll be hot on my heels, but I can make it. There we go. Right. Your jump leads to a totally unremarkable binary star system. Let's just use the fuel thing. Let's jump up to this store, see what they have to offer, and then jump away. There we go. See what's available. So we've got hacking, cloaking, crew teleporter, a few different crew members, a Leto weapon system. It's outdated and weak, but can still be effective. They have a firebomb and another hull repair unit. I don't think it's worth it, so we're going to jump away. What have I got in my ship? Do I have anything in storage? No, it's literally just this, and I want to keep this because it's a hell of a weapon to find. We're just going to need to keep the scrap, I think. What is the artillery? Never saw that. It's a modded weapon that adds artillery to the game. This is an easy choice. We're going to sell 6 drone parts for the scrap, and we're going to jump up to the exit. You arrive at a busy jump relay. A guarded refugee caravan prepares to leave towards the Federation core worlds. The arrival of your cruiser is met with suspicion, even though you repeatedly state you come in peace. So we've caught up with the original caravan that was flying across the nebula with us, which is always nice. God, there's 387 people, ain't you? Why are you all here? Where'd you come from? There we go. You see a small station fitted with hundreds of repair drones. You receive an automated message saying, "We don't know who you are, and we don't care, but this is the right place for some ship repair." I like it. We don't actually have any damage, so there's no point in getting our scrap fixed anyway. This is pretty good, 5 damage for 10 scrap, but these are like really extortionate prices. That's a lot of scrap to commit to repairing. That's a lot to repair for 40 scrap, but not worth it. So we're going to ignore the station and jump out. Next, there's a store hiding up there, but we can't get there in time. So, down here we've got 2 different options. we've got Hunger's End and what I assume is Uncharted Sector, but it's in fact an Uncharted Sector. So you've got a couple of choices there. You can go to number 1, which is a hostile zone, which is currently in occupation of rebel forces, or we can go to an uncharted nebula. Now, bearing in mind, nebulas in the nebula down here do not work in the same way as nebulas in normal sectors. So that uncharted nebula there is going to be a nebula in everything except mechanics. For example, I can't jump through that nebula to slow them down. The rebel fleet is already going to have mapping of that sector, despite it being uncharted, and it will not slow them down. You won me at Uncharted. Lots of 2s. Well, there's the potential to make some money, but it's a great place to go to hide. So, you escape the rebel fleet via the long-range relay. We shall use standard engines, and we shall produce some fuel for fuel again. Fuel is everything. So as you can see, there is a huge nebula here, and we're immediately going to jump to this store just to have a look at what he's got. There we go. So nebula compressed gas will be okay. We've got, oh, somebody proficient in shield charging and a mantis proficient in repairs. Not really worth it though. Series of drones. Cloaking would be nice, but we can't afford it. There is drone control, and that comes with a free repair drone. That could be worth it, actually. What do people think about that? It comes with a free repair drone. It's not too bad. Some people think we should take the slug, or maybe we shouldn't. Mantis proficient in repairs. I know, that's a bit, yeah, moronic, isn't it? Because it's had its repair speed half. Ying Tai here is yeah, it's a bit helpless. That seems counterintuitive. They have, yes, exactly. Not good enough. People aren't feeling the drone control. It's 75 scrap, which is a hell of a setback. And I think we can manage any damage we take normally, so I think we'll leave it as it is. Right then, let's jump to this. Let's zigzag to that distress signal. Here we go. Right, a rather large fleet of civilian ships are held up at this beacon. It appears to be a rebel checkpoint. Everyone is being inspected for possible ties to the Federation. No one has noticed you yet. Fend yourself, attack and escape, bribe the rebels to release the civilian ships, or fly behind a moon and stay hidden. So how is it modded? It's got the Captain's Edition mod and a series of visual upgrades. Like, for example, you'll notice the AI is, or sorry, the UI is much sharper and much crisper. It's like a HD model pack that makes everything just a bit more, because basically normal FTL doesn't run in 1080p. It runs in 720p and is upscaled, so you get like a blurriness. But this uses 1080p resolution textures, so that everything looks much sharper. One weapon system and one power. I could do, yeah. But at the minute, no, it's alright. Looks clear indeed, that's right. So a few people aren't really sure about what we should do. Option 4, send an Ambassador Spock. That's right. Ooh, indecision. Indecision in chat. There's not a wall of agreement or denial. People aren't sure here. I can only think that people are thinking about how we should proceed. Which, who can blame them? Several number 3s. Looks like number 3 is the winner. A couple of 1s coming in. Pick 3, there's a chance it will turn into 1. It's true. Ready wanting that 4. Let's go with... Oh, it's very close. You're only sure that we're unsure. Exactly. It seems to be a pretty even split between the two. We're going to fly behind the moon and err on the side of caution and just simply jump to the distress signal. Just like that. So, as soon as you arrive at the distress signal, shots are fired towards your ship. It was a trap, it wasn't a real distress signal. So let's get ready for a fight. They've got a full array of weaponry, 2 beam weapons and some kind of missile system. Let's go for their shields. We've got to break through them. First, a flak weapon just nailed our room here. We've got to break through this Zoltan shield before we can fire our missiles. Another salvo coming in. Another 2 damage. Medbay's been destroyed. There we go. Reddy's just leveled up in the weapons system. There we go. We can now knock out their weapons system. Not quite in time. We take another hit. Engines are down. Let's take out those shields. Medbay's offline, but that's not important for the moment. There we go, those are down. So shields are now offline. Let us keep the shields offline. Let's reset it even further. There we go. Sorry, you have clearly bested us. We merely request our lives. We can accept their offer of 4 missiles, a drone part, and 18 scrap. That's actually pretty handsome. Missiles are going to become valuable late game. I know, it's a Zoltan shield, exactly. So what do people think? Accept surrender or destroy them? Several 2s creeping in. Their fate seems to have been sealed. There we go. So we're just going to keep the fire up. Let's disable that weapon system again before it gets a chance to fire. There we go. It's offline. Let's keep those shields. Nope, the shields are back up, but that should be okay. They have to lower their shields to fire that weapon. That's very interesting. Okay, so instead we lose out on missiles, but we get a bit more scrap for our efforts as well. Let us just sort of in a very slight... No, we'll keep the scrap, sorry. We'll just keep it for now. I was going to say, oh, let's partially upgrade it, but no, bollocks to it. There's no point. I should have really levelled up the medbay there, but never mind. A pirate ship arrives shortly after you. Judging from the fact that it is attempting to avoid your ship, you assume that it's a smuggler trying to stay away from beacons. We can attack the pirate or ignore it, bearing in mind we don't have any special deep nebula scanners or deep system scanners, which means that chances are we won't even get to find them. I do use mods, mate. This is the Captain's Edition mod. It's Han Solo, that's right. Definitely more 1s than 2s. You could turn off the dual laser and upgrade the weapons once to use the hull laser. That's true. Shall we do that instead? Yes, we'll do that instead for Athea. Okay, we'll do that. That's a good idea, comrade. We shall take your idea and use it. That ship is bloody ugly. We shall destroy it. It does seem one seems to have won. Although only just, so we shall attack the pirate. You power up your weapons and move into a gauge, and a full array of weaponry has just loaded in. And unfortunately, we cannot break through their shields. Looks like they're firing only beam weapons of the sort. All the weapons hit home. We've got level 2 shields. Let's fire another missile at their shield systems. I just wanted to take that weapon offline. Shields are down to 1. Let's work those shields down. There we go. Shields are offline. Let's just get them reset. We've got a hull breach in weapons. Very heavy hit. Let's take those weapons offline. Keep the missiles. Get it before it fires. Oh, looks like they don't want to fight. They are trying to escape. Let's get ready to knock out their cockpit then. FTL has been delayed. Their pilot has moved out. Oh, there we go. They hail you. We realise our ship is no match for yours. If you let us go, we can make it worth your while. We can accept their offer, which is pretty healthy, or we can destroy them, bearing in mind the second shot is on its way in. So we've got a choice here. Powering down the missile is better, in my opinion. You can always switch to the missiles if they are necessary. Maybe you're right. Number 1, we shall take their offer. Honour the truce and leave immediately. So now we're going to need to get ready in here to repair this subsystem. And we're going to get you in there as well. Then once it's online, we shall power it up. There we go. So let's rearrange what we've got here then. Let's move this to first position and that to third. We shall power you down. Let's redistribute everybody back. Let us upgrade once like that and power these 2 up. So now we have the 2 very heavy hitting hull lasers ready to spray people down. And if we need to, we can upgrade it by another 2 when we get the chance. So that is slightly better. I thank you for recommending that, because that's a much better idea. So let's jump to this node first then. Weapons does not have a leak, I don't think. I think it's been fixed. We're going to produce some fuel, as we always do, just to stay ahead of the game. We've got several nodes that we can jump to, but none in good time. We can hook south here, I think, and that's what we're going to do. Okay, a pirate ship arrives shortly after you. Here we go. Judging from the fact that it is attempting to avoid your ship, you assume that it's a smuggler trying to stay away from beacons. So a very similar setup has just occurred. So now we can shred shred shields, exactly. And no rockets wasted, exactly. What do we think? Several ones. You want to see the new weapon systems put to work, don't you? Very heavy array of ion weaponry. Can shoot down missiles and asteroids just as well. We switch to this, really. Right, let's fire them in unison with each other. There we go. So what we do is we just go for a full-blown salvo of their ship. We go for shields and hull. Didn't hit a flying fuck, mate. O2's down. Go off engines and start to repair. Shields just got hit pretty badly. That's fine. They're breaking through. Let's go for a full salvo on weapons. There we go. Weapons are down. Projectile was blocked. Let's power that down and power that up. Again, we've got to fire them in unison with each other. Otherwise we waste time getting through their shields, basically. There we go. So this defense drone is shooting them down just slightly. Let's now start firing them automatically like that. No, not worth it. There we go. Their weapons get hit again. We're going to wait for that to charge. Nasty ship here. It's an NG medevac ship, but it's very well armed. Let's get ready to burst through again. We're going to hit their shields. Keep those out of the game. There we go. Looks like they don't want to fight. They are trying to run. Gotta wait for this to charge. Somebody just leveled up. That's Cuddly. Right, we need to get their cockpit down now. There we go. Ah, they offer us a surrender. I honestly don't think we're going to be able to kill them in due time and without taking that much damage. So, we can basically accept this offer of surrender, or we can ignore it, as per the usual options. But I'm actually inclined to take it, even though it's not a great deal. This is actually a pretty well-equipped ship, for what it's worth. Yeah, people agree as well. We're going to honour our truce. Nasty ship, very nasty setup. This is a good one, though. So, let's jump to one of these lesser nodes now, one of the lower nodes down here. We've got 20 missiles now, which is nice. Oh god, your ship, a rebel tug. Your ship emerges quite far away from the beacon. You see a rebel ship waiting nearby, undoubtedly stationed to look for you. They seem to have some kind of, like, scatter weapons. I'm not too sure. We can try it. What happens if you don't honour the truce, Fafrias? It's a very good question. Basically, we have to, well, if you don't honour the truce, basically there's like an RNG check to see whether your, lawful crew will choose to agree with you or not. If you fail the stat check, it can result in either a mutiny from one of the crew or just them straight up leaving, so it's dangerous. I'm doing pretty good, Unigamer, thanks for asking. It does seem one takes the day, but only just, so we're going to attack. Evasion parameters set, sir, moving in with lowest predictability. So they have another defense drone set up, so one of our missiles is going to get shot down. They're going to hit us very hard. There we go, shields are holding. Let's fire them in unison at their shield system. We've got to knock those down. We're not going to penetrate it. Let's power down that and fire up the Periton. Ooh, that is a nasty thing that's just fired at us. Right, we're going to fire the Periton and hull laser together at the shields. See which ones break through. There we go, they're down to one. Let's power up the dual laser in an attempt to break through. Evasion's up. Evasion's at 29%. Let's try and break through again. Go for their weapons. There we go, shields are down to one. We broke through, we turned off their major weapon system there, their very heavy weapon. And keep them firing together. Two coming in, shields absorb them both. Shields, like that. There we go, the enemy is powering up their FTL. Their weapons are fully offline, or just about fully offline. Their basic scatter laser is repowering up. I gotta fire them together. Let's use you to take out that, and you to take out their weapons system. Let's keep that heavy beamer offline. There we go. So they send you a message. Your ship is surprisingly well equipped. So is yours, mate. Please take this and let us live. We can accept their offer of a drone, or sorry, I beg your pardon, a fuel part, a missile and 14 scrap, or we can refuse it. What do people think? Your hull laser does bonus damage when it hits an empty room. I know, but I need to turn these rooms down. I need to stop them from hitting these rooms. I need to disable the systems more than I need to just do raw HP damage. One hull point is such a bad offer. I know, yeah. Fire all torpedoes. Let's destroy them. They've only got a little bit of fight left in them. Their FTL charge is delayed. If they repair it, though, I've got to get ready to blast, like ghetto blaster them. Here we go. Full weapon salvo at both systems. There we go. Nice leveling as well. Perfect. Another group of rebel officers meets their end by the hand of your at the hand of their prime targets. Their wreckage only further fueling your escape. Pretty good. How are we doing for these? 75 and 90, so 165 scrap to level up twice. Probably not even worth it, to be honest. It might be worth to get another point in the engines or upgrade the shields again. What do we think? Is it worth upgrading the shields again? Level 3 shields. That might be a little bit more usable, do we think? Ah, Edberg, thank you very much, mate. If you talk with crewmates... Sorry, if you talk with crewmates at dead nodes, they are less likely to revolt later. That's good to know. People think shields. We'll do the shields then when we can afford it, and not a moment. In fact, let's just put the bars in now, so that if I need to, I can power down engines and power up level 3 shields. That's if I need to. So we'll power that down and we'll keep evasion up for the moment. In fact, no, level 3 shields is way better. So if they have a missile system, we'll prioritise engines. If they have primary laser weapons, then we shall use the... here we go, we'll get to find out. It's worrying that rebels have penetrated... so deep into uncharted space. Even if it's only an unmanned craft, its weapons should do the same. So, yes, just as well, really. Yeah, looks like we've got some nasty shit ahead of us, but they've only got a level 1 thing there. Bart, you got your work cut out here for you, buddy. Right, so, let's get ready to fire. So we need to go for their... Let's just go straight for their piloting, to be honest. Piloting and drones. There we go. We've hit them a little bit. Shields are holding. There we go. Barty's getting trained in the shield. To be honest, I could just sit here. I literally could just sit here and just train Bart. But we won't do that. There we go. Oh, there we go. While fighting the scouts, environmental conditions worsen. It is in this part of the nebula. A storm breaks loose. Shields are now down to 1. Holy shit. Right, we need to power that down and get shields up to 2 at least. We're dead in the water and life support is offline. Let's target systemless rooms then, in an attempt to just burst our way through. Life support is down, we're at 86%, there we go. Heavy hit and knock them out. Let's get out of here. So let's power down and power up engines. Let's go. There's a store here. I don't have much scrap, but I may be able to heal myself, so I'll zigzag up there. We could put auto fire on. Right, so you arrive in the middle of a plasma storm. Despite the harsh conditions, a rebel scout seems to be waiting for you. This is very bad. Like, this is very, very bad. Right. Thinking. Right, let's power this down. And let's power both of those up. Because that's got more damage overall. Or at least it's going to allow us to knock out their weapon systems more quickly. They have some kind of burst weapon, which is what I need to prioritise dealing with, because we are going to at least take some damage from it once. Okay, good. So let's fire the Periton at their shields. And let's fire that there, or we might take some damage. Oh no, we didn't quite knock it out in time, but we're evasive enough, somehow. Right, so let's go for their shields again. Periton the weapons. Nope, missile comes in, we get 1 connecting hit. Not great, but that's how it is. Their shields are down. They've got somebody on shields, let's just keep battering it. Try and keep through, there we go. So they're charging their FTL. They've powered up their basic weapon instead now, which is a big waste. There we go. So their cockpit's damaged. Their FTL is still charging though. So Periton the engine room. There we go. Right, so their jump is imminent. You are considerably more well armed than I would have thought. We surrender. They offer us 3 fuel, a drone part, and 18 scrap for our efforts. What do we think? Should we get more? I know the oxygen's going down. Oh yeah, it's very down, isn't it? I'll have to power down engines to get it back up, or at least power down one of the things. Let's go for 2. Do not accept surrender. There we go. So let's power down one of the weapons and immediately put O2 back on. There we go, 31 scrap instead. Let's jump to the store. There we go. So we get our power back. The NG cargo vessel hails. Propose mutually beneficial exchange of properties. That smells like a bargain. Let's see what we've got. So, there's an onboard science lab. Allows you to conduct research and surveys from aboard the ship. This can yield various results. Requires an empty beacon. For only 10 scrap, that's hardly unreasonable. And we can also fix the ship to full. And, or buy a scrap recovery arm. We've got a few choices here. Exterminate the infidels, that's it. Well, they're trying to do that to us, and we're trying to get away. So let's... we could fix. We don't necessarily have to fix all the way, but we can at least patch up the hull a little bit. People think the scrap recovery arm. Arm and fix, get the arm. Arm and lab. We could get the arm and the lab and then just fix for 13. Fix all and then buy the lab, people think. Fix and arm lab, arm and lab. It's very fix and lab. It seems to be that the arm is the one that's most in there, so we're going to get the recovery arm and we're going to fix to full. We'll leave the lab in the shop. Oh, we've got a bit of a distance to travel. We're not going to get to the node in time. So we're going to have to evade like a motherfucker. I need to power up subsystems. You drift through the nebula, the outlines of an unlicensed station become visible in the clouds. Weapons come live, so let's immediately power up all subsystems. Let's power down the Periton and bring this one online. Why are we missing a power bar? I see. Like that. They have a very nice weapons array, but we should be able to beat it. Let's dance. But we're going to need those shields to hold, my friend. They're probing it. We've got to get ready to salvo them. Incoming weapon, we should be able to catch it. Let's go for their shields. Dual attack, fire all weapons. We're in, they're down to level 1 shields. Fire weapon penetrated the shield, ready. You've got to get that before it stops. Get in there and help him suppress that fire. Just got it in time. Good. Fire these two. Both at the... Let's fire the hull laser at the weapon system and the dual laser at shields. There we go. They fire, we absorb the hit. Bart has leveled up in the shields, which means his recharge is now a tiny bit faster. They fire. Fire in the engine room, that we can deal with. Good stuff. Right, let's knock out these weapon systems and shields. There we go, shields are offline, only their fire beam and their dual laser is up. Cuddly is now maxed out in evasion, which is fantastic. The fire in the engine room has been put out. Their shields are back up and so are their weapons. Let's keep them suppressed. 5 missiles is a good offer, but only 16 scrap. You decide. They offer to give you some of their goods if you don't destroy the station. We can either choose to destroy them or leave it. Yeah, roger that. Holding the shields. You did a cracking job as well. It was nasty, sort of nice barrage there that we managed to hold off. Several ones. A couple of people think we should destroy the shit out of them. I'm partial for a bit of that. Make them suffer. It's unregistered, no one will notice. I promise I promise I won't rebel if you take the offer and kill them. No, it's too dangerous. Too dangerous indeed. Have you made a complete run yet? Not in a very long time. And not using the Captain's Edition. I think we should... I think we're going to reject that offer. We've got plenty of missiles. We need the scrap. Fire in shields. You should be able to deal with that, Bart. You're a good lad. Let's just immediately fire on there. And let's just fire on a systemless room to really drive it home. There we go. Nice solid salvo, way more scrap, and only a couple of missiles. That's what we needed. Fire in the engine room is being dealt with. We're going to power up medical control. I'm going to power down shields for it. Who needs a heal? All three of you. All three you get. Bart, back you go. Ready, back you go. And wait for Vissy to heal up. And there we are. So, rain check on crew experience. Cuddly is fully... oh shit, there's a massive fire there. Let's just vent oxygen from there. You get on the doors, stop the fire from spreading. Engines was destroyed by the fire. Fire's done. Not great, we lose a hull point for it, but hey ho. Good chance to level up your good chance to level up your repair actually. Anybody doing well in repair? No, we're all about the same. Bart's got barely any repair. Vissy, you've got shitloads of repair. Let's get you like repair specialised. So, again, plus 10 evasion, which is very helpful. We've also got Vissy here, who's giving plus 7 evasion, and will level up very soon. Reddy is fully weapons proficient, which means, if I can click on it, he's giving us 15% faster recharge, and Bart here is giving us 20% faster recharge on the shield systems. So we're all at least somewhat proficient in our substations, which is very good. Try not to destroy the ship whilst I go and get a toasty. I'll do my best, Fufu. You never know. Good stuff. We're doing very well. It's a very good run so far. This is we're holding pretty damn well. So we power that down, and we power down medbay, and we power up our third shield point. Again, we are not going to make it to the nebula. We're not going to make it to the exit before we get there, so it's going to be an interesting one. We could consider some upgrades. Ammo consuming weapon. Figure out a way to produce ammo on board the ship. It's minus 30 scrap. Scrap recovery arm. Let the crew install another mechanical arm. Oh, I see. So you could literally install 2 scrap recovery arms. Let's just socialise with the crew a little bit. Let's talk to the engine crew member. The engine crew member wants to discuss how to improve the ship's engines. It stresses the importance of mobility. I agree. But now we have to sit in an enemy-held part of the space. You found the long-range relay, but the rebels got here first. You must survive long enough to be able to make it to the next jump. Oh! A cruiser with large guns is stationed nearby. They get into an attack vector as soon as they spot you. The rebels' primary unit, RS Sugar-Coated, will be in weapon range shortly. I'm sorry, but we've got our orders. They cut communications and load weapons. Fleeing seems to be a suitable option here, but still, taking out an enemy cruiser would surely throw the rebel fleet into disarray. So, they've hacked weapons. Weapons are offline. We're going to power down O2 briefly, and we're going to maximise evasion to 32%, because this is firing a very heavy weapon. It's a miss. Weapons are fully hacked at the moment, so all we need to do is focus on the FTL drive. I'm afraid we're going to take a hell of a lot of damage here, and there's nothing we can do about it. We just need to charge the FTL drive and get out of here. 75% on the hull. I don't know why you're in here. There we go, you get back in there. The pilot's been mind controlled, which means we've got to wait for her to finish, basically. I need you to run down here. There's a fire. I've got no control over the doors. We're getting shafted. Right, let's get out. Jump to the sphere of mercy. I'm up for a bit of mercy. Holy guacamole. Nope, we're alright. We made it out. We're going to travel at standard engines, and we're going to produce some fuel. Okay, so we've got a few subsystems to repair. Get on the doors. We've got to try and stop this fire from spreading. The fire is in the sensor room here. So as soon as we can fix those doors, we can stop the fire from spreading by venting oxygen from that room. We'll vent oxygen from that room as well briefly. We'll get you to go to there, and we'll power that down and power up O2. You're going to fix the medbay, and with the fire out, we're going to close those doors, and we'll move in Bart to the medbay in a moment. Vissy, I want you to run through and repair sensors. There you go. Power down engines and power up medbay. We also need to get Cuddly in there to medbay as well. Let's see, fix that shit up. Gonna be good stuff. There we go, sensors are online. So, we've got a door open there and we've got a hull breach. Let's just get the three of you to bum rush it. There we go, get back in here for heals and wait for life support to fill the room with O2. It's a done deal. To redistribute everybody back to their major systems, and you, Bart, get in here, you silly fucker. There we go. Everyone's saved. Right, we've got a store, and I think you'll agree we're going to visit it. So, I'll just zigzag via this node in an attempt to get more scrap. Here we go. You arrive to find a number of ships convening around a station. You tune into their unencrypted communication channel and overhear half of their conversations. It seems that they need to take possession of an enemy ship intact. We can't provide an enemy ship intact, can we? No, we can. Offer our services. They briefly scan your ship and inform you that you are not properly equipped for this type of mission. Very well. We shall jump to the store in an attempt to repair. Let's continue. What do they have here? A couple of basic shit. They've got a Leto missile system. Crap. Got some other crap as well. To be honest, we just need to repair, and we can't even afford a full repair. So we'll just repair as much as we can. Let's repair to there. There. Let's save 15 scrap for any upgrades that we might need to do. Got a distress call. Let's jump to that as well. We could use a transporter, but yeah. Never mind. Oh, there we go. Lovely. You arrive to find a lumbering Zoltan freighter with no one at the helm. It's a mystery what happened to the crew, but it'd be a shame to let this opportunity go to waste. You're goddamn right. There's also another store we can go to, so that's perfect. Oh, hello. You drop out of... Oh, God. You drop out of FTL space near a Zoltan-controlled planet and receive a worrying message. Our council has deduced that your arrival in our sector will only bring destruction. We ask you to leave and will emphasize our request with a defense ship and artillery beams. For deterrence only, of course. A heavily shielded Zoltan defender bursts through the atmosphere of the planet and short jumps to your ship. It seems these Zoltan really mean business. Level 3 shield, so that is a big problem for us. We're going to power down medbay, and we're going to power up engines to level 2. Planetary targeting beam, they are targeting us in a big way. Sensors are going to get hit. Big hit on our weapons system. Right, power that down and power these two up. The hull Mark III is no longer viable. We're going to have to jump away from this one. Just got to get there in time. It's on medbay. Let's open the doors and begin venting oxygen from that room to suffocate the fire. I'm not firing because there's no point. There we go. Visi got fully upgraded in the engines. Let's get out of here. There we go. Let's jump to that store. Some nasty ships in this sector. A Zoltan checkpoint guards this planet. Yada yada. The Zoltan inform you that they have a cargo teleporter on standby. That would be great if it wasn't, but it is. Now we've got a mapping computer. Controls mapping drones that can scout the entire sector. Requires an empty beacon and drone parts. That could be quite interesting. Maps the entire sector, but only from an empty area. To be honest, we can't really afford that. Or it would be good, but we can't really afford it. We could take this backup battery for extra evasion, in terms of providing the power that we need, but should I? Probably not. We'll repair, and we'll continue with what we have. Let's upgrade that and close those two doors. We'll then move Bart into... Oh no, we'll take Reddy in there to repair this, as he actually needs healing. I'm honestly surprised you didn't die while I was gone. You don't know how close we came. You don't know how close we came. Don't tell him, chat. He doesn't know. Cuddly doesn't know what happened. We'll be alright. There we go. Let's get ready back on the weapons systems. And let's jump. So there's a big, nasty, hostile ship there. So we're going to zigzag around some of these smaller nodes first. Very close. So, you pick up a Zoltan escape pod floating in space. Its inhabitant asks you to retake their ship from the pirates who recently commandeered it. I'm certain it is clear, they concluded, that they must not destroy my vessel in the... I'm certain it is clear, they conclude, that you must not destroy my vessel in the process. Which means we need to stun lock their O2, which is going to present a unique set of problems for us. We can engage the pirates or leave. What do we think? There we go. Screw that noise. Yeah, I know. Plenty of twos. What do we think? Couple of ones? Couple of twos. I'm basically, I've got my eyes on these two. That is either a Mark II or a Mark III burst weapon, and that is a scattergun, and that is a heavy missile launcher. You'd say we could take them. I'd love to know where... It's not... The problem is, it's a case of destroying them. This guy doesn't want us to destroy the ship. They want us to stay here. It is also an energy hacker, which means they may hack one of our systems. Launch him back into space. Yeah, we'll leave him be. You refuse to get his ship back, but still offer to drop him off at the next station. The Zoltan is displeased, but directs you to a nearby starbase just the same. So there's no quest here, but that's fine. There we go. Yeah, we can't fight him. So we're really running out of fuel, so we're going to use our fuel recycler just to extend our travels a little bit further. We're also sort of scooty bootying around this like sector here, so we're going to try and just do as much as we can, basically. No, we're going to reject this offer. You arrive in the sector and are greeted by a science vessel waiting by the beacon. They hail you, saying that we find ourselves low on fuel. I can't afford that, my friend. I am sorry. I can't afford it. We're going to jump to this nebula in an attempt to slow them down slightly. Massive hit to power. You spy two pirate ships lurking in the nebula here. They remain unaware of your presence and are able to get... and you're able to get your scanners to at least identify their cargo. One is carrying fuel supplies and the other ammunition. They begin to drift away from each other in the storm. You can secure the fuel, the ammo, or we can leave. I think a lot of people are keen on securing the fuel supply. And who could blame them? Let's go for the fuel. You jet towards the pirate with the fuel supplies and engage. Hopefully, you can leave the ship in one piece. I see. Well, that's not something that's going to be happening, friend. So, let's immediately start micromanaging power. Let's get up to level 2 shields and just use the hull laser Mark III to target this systemless room in an attempt to really blow their ship up. Somebody leveled up as well. There's a miss incoming. We're not trying to take it intact, we just want to kill it. Taking it intact would be nice if I could fucking land a hit, which I can't. Ready? Earn your stock, lad. Go on. So it hits an empty room. There we go. Nice big hit there. 4 damage. It's always nice. We're breaking through. They're not going anywhere either. Shields are holding at level 2 though. Plus ship in one piece, I know. Not really much chance to. We can at least obtain... not much fuel. Never mind. We can jump to this node, and then that node, I think. It'll be close. If it helps, I think control left-clicking on the target with one of your systems will lead a continuous attack. Yeah, I know, but I tend to just manually click it. I know it's crap, but that's what I tend to do. This is part of a nebula that seems to be not as uncharted as expected. A rebel AI turret is guarding the beacon. They knew ships would have to stay within its weapon range to charge their FTL here, and a fight would be unavoidable. So, intruders have been detected. They've taken over our cockpit, which means evasion has gone down to 0. We need to power up the weapons, power up engines to maximum, and power up O2. And we're just going to have to try and burst in. They're going to hit us with a very heavy salvo, Bart, so get ready. So she's destroyed the cockpit. You need to get back in there and repair that, like now. And you guys need to go in there and deal with that shield system, so that we can potentially do some damage to their other weapons set. Need to get that shield back online, Bart. Oh, it's a nasty hit, that. Right, so focus that and their shields. There we go. Primary weapon system has been taken offline. So now they're only firing their really shit one. They're going for our shields, though. Hopefully I can destroy their mind control device before that happens. There we go. This unit's investigation has determined that all is just another simulation. The unit suggests we cease hostilities as our existence is meaningless anyway. Existence is meaningless anyway. So it's offering to not tell. So the artificial intelligence stationed in the turret is offering to do a deal with me in that he won't tell the rebel where I am if I let him live. We can accept the surrender of the AI, or we can send him to what the game calls Silicon Hell. We can send him to Silicon Hell, that's right. He's having an existential crisis, exactly. What do we think? Got a couple of 1s and a couple of 2s. Doesn't matter if he dies. 2? Lots of 2s. There's honour. There's honour in... Yeah, the Silicon Hell has... we're going to finish our barrage, it looks like. Bart is just training up in level 2 shields now, which is good. We blow them up. They kick the proverbial bucket. 28 scrap. I'm sorry, but we need it for repairs and things. Yeah, this will work. If I jump there, that will go to there. There. Yeah, okay. We can make it. AI are people too. That's it. You catch a glimpse of a strange signal coming from a space station before your sensors are shut off expectantly. You realise this must be a boarding manoeuvre. There are intruders on board, so in the event of intruders going on board, we send we send Bart to the weapons, or to the doors control, and we send Reddy, Vissy and Cuddly to medbay. We then open all doors on the ship so that it is flooded, or the oxygen is vented out. We then close these doors. And what this means is that if they want to breathe, they have to come into this room, which means they have to fight us in our medbay. You see? And look at this, they've already lost a shitload of health. And now there's suffocation on top of that too. And all we do is close that door and let the medbay counter the effects of oxygen starvation. Just like that. The entire boarding crew was dealt with. The medbay is very strong. Let us redistribute back to our original positions. Just like that. I know, 470 people. Where did... Oh, that was so close. That is close. Holy crap, we were fucking tightrope walking there. Whoa. Okay, let's jump to the exit node. Medbay O2 tactic is OP, exactly. Right, after some extensive scanning, you find an antique long-range jump node in this system. Miraculously, the installation is still powered and functional. We continue. A young commander of a stray Federation squadron hails you. We advise you to evade the fleet at RA 1400 hours, 3 minutes and 5.83 seconds. Make contact with Fleet Command once you reach the Federation base. They don't seem to know who you are. Ask for help. They say that they have nothing to spare. Unfortunately, your mission codes are not known to this squadron. You part ways after a formal exchange of news from the war. Interesting. A weird sort of encounter there. We've now got to go into a hazardous part of space called Pearl. Slug Prime. We've got to go to Slug Prime. That should be cool. Yeah, that's this should be interesting. What's my favourite game? Probably Alan Wake, Eric. We're going to travel at basic engines because we can't afford the fuel. So, we could go straight to a store, but I'm going to hit a module or a node first. Race for slugs. Straight away, we got a pirate interceptor. Right. You are surprised to find a ship without slug markings, stranded all this way out here, and move in to provide assistance. When you see the pirate insignia on the hull, you quickly reconsider. Attack the ship or keep our distance. Weapon outfit. 1 heavy hull laser, 1 heavy missile system, and 1 medium ion set. It has a lot of health and level 2 shields. What do we think? Why Alan Wake? I don't know, it's just my favourite game. It's the game I enjoy. Oh no, actually, I stand corrected. I think probably Soma was probably my favourite game, actually. Of all time, probably Soma. Soma and then Alan Wake in second place. Euro doesn't want us to be a puss, but we are going to be a puss. We're going to run like a bitch. We're going to keep our distance. Power down medbay and get evasion up to 35%. Let's zigzag. Go to... I don't want to go straight to the store with only 66 scrap, but it's worth visiting. Worth at least stopping off in. We might have to grab a couple of pieces of fuel. What do we got here? Clone bay. Got mind control and stuff. Let's just fix and grab 2 pieces of fuel. Let's move on. Combat. Level 3 Mantis Invader class. A Mantis attack ship here looks to have been hunting slugs from their home turf. A rare test of honour for the mightiest Mantis crews. Weapons up. Shit's just got interesting. So we're at 35% evasion. I think I'm going to upgrade that a little bit more in the coming moments. But they're firing a very rapid firing anti-crew thing. Oh, that's nasty. We're going to have to try and burst into those shields. They're down to level 2. Did no damage. Seems to be an anti-personnel weapon. We've just got to hope we can evade it for the longest time. We've got to break through these shields though. Trying to counter what I have. They haven't actually hit us yet. They might cause some... Shields are holding. All is good. Right. Can't... Shit. We're really struggling here. I'm going to power down this and fire up the Periton. I'm going to use the Periton to disable their shields because I can't seem to break through on my own. Let's power that down. Still didn't quite get through. It's definitely some kind of anti-personnel weapon, this. Or that bomb, at least. Another hit. Let's put it on auto fire, you are right, because that's all we're doing, we're just trying to get through their shields. We're just barely keeping it down, to be honest. Got a really weird marker then, there was like a weird noise, did you hear that? Looks like, we are struggling to break through here. We're using a lot of missiles, but it has to be done. Bart is at least getting a little bit of shield training. Your opponent hails, but the transmission is interrupted by the hits the enemy has sustained. You decide to pay no mind and focus on locking onto the enemy. They tried to just hail for like peace or something then, and it's not gone through. There we go. 2 direct hits to the cockpit seals their fate. We get 39 scrap and 2 missiles. Not too bad. Let's power that down and bring the hull laser Mark III back online. So we've got some choices. How do we want to play this out? We've got 96 scrap, which is enough to get another power bar and another engine upgrade, which is going to bring us up to ×2 evasion, which is pretty good. What do we think? It's going to get us another 5% on our evasion, which is going to bring us to 40%. If you target engines with the missiles, you remove all dodge chance, so your laser barrage won't miss. Sadly, I can't quite upgrade the shields yet, Bart, so I don't have enough scrap, but I do have enough scrap to get the engines. Engine and a reactor. Yeah. I like your thinking, I do. We're also... Should we get better sensors? There's probably not much need for it. Let's go for just 1 set of improved blast doors, just so that we can better contain fires and enemies when they come in. Let's get into the sort of the meat and veg of the nebula, sort of over here. I like you. I like you too, Zimuk. Thank you. Let's produce something on 4. Get a good roll. Number 4. Not too bad. Cashier number 4, please. There we go. Let's do that. Oh. Little bit of the old frame drop. That's no problem. Your ship emerges quite far away from the beacon. You see a rebel ship waiting nearby, undoubtedly stationed to look for you. We can attempt to remain concealed or attack it. Bear in mind, it only has level 2 shields, and it seems to have a somewhat basic array of weapons. It has some kind of mine device, or mine teleporter there, so we're going to get hit by sort of teleported explosives. But this weapon is not too bad. We could handle this. What do we think? Number 1 seems to be the win of the day. So they immediately fly out and hack shields. Not great. Shields are being drained. Bart is going to overcome that, though, because he's very proficient in the shield operations. The bomb comes in. It's only anti-personnel, so let's begin our salvo of their shields. Instantly, we cause a hull breach in that room. There appears to be some sort of fire on board, so let's vent O2 from that room. A bomb in O2. Right, let's get Visi on there. Let's fire another salvo over here. Seems to be some sort of firebomb then that they're using on us. We can now go to automatic firing. They don't have a systemless room, so let's just get ready for it. There we go. You have made your point in that we are beaten. Take these and leave us to our shame. We can either accept their offer of 2 fuel, a drone part and 20 scrap, or we can blow them out of the water. So we got some choices there. I'll leave that with you guys. What do we do? 2? 2 seems to be it. That's right. For anybody wondering what that purple thing is, it is a hacking module that was deployed by the enemy ship. So it's hacking our shields, causing them to drain. But thankfully, Bart is good enough to keep them off us. Way more scrap. It's very helpful. We've got a store which we are going to zigzag to. In fact, no, we're going to have to go straight there if we want to get to that node in time. So we'll go to the... Well, that's going to be close. We'll go to the store then, see what they have to offer. Hopefully some cheap and cheerful supplies. Well, I nearly accidentally misclicked that. Right, what have they got? Titanium casing. All ship systems have additional plating that provide 25% chance to negate damage. Or will still be hit. Can't afford it. Got a battery charger. Battery time is half. And a shield booster. Boost the shield recharge rate by 15%. But sadly, I can't afford it. That would be a hell of an upgrade. That would be very good. Do you still have some time set for streaming? Oh no, it's kind of a bit all over the place. The times that are in the doohick at the bottom, the times that are in the panel below the stream, or if you're on mobile, wherever, they're still accurate, but they just may or may not happen. Sell the arm. What do people think? People think we should just buy fuel. Ion stunner. Ion weapons can disable systems without causing hull damage. It's only a single hull point. Yes. The shield booster boosts the shield's recharge rate by 15%. That is a very, very solid upgrade. Fuel is good. Buy fuel. We'll buy fuel then. We'll just leave it as that, I think. That's it. Let's jump away. I could have bought it all, but I want to save some scrap. There we go, that's why. A little bit more fuel there, always a good thing. Tasty fuel. The slugs here use a tactic you hoped you'd never see. They sabotage your oxygen production system and then charge fire weapons. You're going to suffocate. Your crew reports evasion parameters set. So they've disabled O2. Let's bring you back into the engine room then and power up engines to maximum. So all we've got to keep these fire weapons out is the shields, which means Bart, you have to keep them up and we have to complete this engagement in a timely manner. Otherwise we're going to be in trouble. So let's go for those shields straight away. They're down to level 1 shields. Evasion is up to 40%, which is very good. We're going to be dodging a lot of shots. They've cloaked, which means they're going to fire together. They're kind of missing and not penetrating, which is nice, but I need to get those shields down if I want to maintain damage. There we go, their shields are fully offline. Now we can auto-attack. Let's take out those weapons. And their O2, see how they like it. We've got a fire somewhere, but I don't know where. Sensors are offline in this nebula. Let's go for a systemless room target for this laser here. There we go. Heavy hit. The enemy's engines begin to stutter. Your opponent navigated too hard and burnt out their stabilizers. Very nice. Not sure where this fire is on board, but we'll knock them out all the same. Here we go. Good stuff, we knocked him out. Oxygen should come back online. There it is, 37 scrap for our efforts. Pretty damn good. There's a store up here as well. Might be worth visiting, at least to poke our head into. Yeah, continue. See what we've got. FTL recharge booster. Advanced targeting computer. Lowers the weapon cooldown by 10% and protects your weapon's targeting from being scrambled. Ooh. What do we think? What do we think? Do we think that's good? It could be. So yeah, I don't know what we're going to do here. We could get the adaptive gel suits. We could get the FTL boosters. Good purchase. Yeah, we're thinking the advanced targeting computer. I know the artillery, but we can't afford it. For anybody wondering what it does, it allows you to use artillery weapon of your ship. Warning, install artillery will interfere with the save. You'll have to finish the run in one go. Fair enough. It's a special thing. It's an additional way of dealing damage. But yes, the targeting computer is a good purchase, so we'll take that with us. Got to jump to this node and then that one. Okay, direct attacks are not preferred by the slugs, but of the 3 you see at this beacon, 1 has the brass to make a move on your position. A fucking plethora of weapons. Thank God we've got our shield charger on, or our weapons charger. It's going to take the time off. Hopefully we evade. Negative, 2 damage. Right, so we've got to go for their shield straight away. Otherwise they're not going to break through in time. Heavy misses, so we're going to have to power down the hull laser and go with the Periton. Hopefully we evade. It's that missile system that's going to cause the most damage. So Periton, can you disable their shields? It's a double miss. We're going to have to evade this one. I think we're just going to jump out from this ship. I don't really have the means to break through, so we're going to leave this one. Another ship. A slug passenger ship hails, please, your worthy alien highnesses. We are unarmed and seeking asylum. You approach cautiously and weapons immediately spring from their hull. Mind controlling the engine room. Evasion is down to 30%. We're just going to let Lissy do the damage that she needs to do. I'm going to try and break through. Incoming hit. Bart absorbs the blow like a fucking hero. 2 damage to O2. After you fix those engines, you're going to have to go through and fix that as well. Let's go for their shields. Down to level 2. Bart absorbs the blow again. Very well done. We'll leave O2 offline for the moment. Oh, this one's going to hit home. Bart doesn't have the shields up. Oh no, he had enough of an evade. They're down to level 1 shields. We're going to leave the O2 offline for the moment. Oh, Bart's attacking the shields. That's not good. We're going to try and knock out some of their weapons now. There we go. One of their weapons is offline. Not the one we need, but one of them is offline. Let's keep that down. It's a miss. Let's fire these both together as they both recharge very quickly. Let's get those shields back off. Not doing very much damage. O2 is now at 20%. You're going to have to come off engines and repair it. Just got to keep chipping away. Nice hit there. The shields are now fully offline for them. Bart, you're doing an amazing job. Intruders detected. They've stunned O2. Not good. I'm going to have to pull you out of shields to get into O2. Weapon recharge is now very long. You're going to have to go in there and you're going to have to go in there. We've lost the laser system. Or we've lost our secondary laser system. You have bested us. I see what they did there. Will you accept what is in our stores in exchange for our lives? We can either let them live or kill them. What do we think? They did a lot of damage to us. Let them live and avoid that shot. It's coming in. We might be able to absorb it. We've got the shields up. Slaughter them. A lot of people think kill. They might have a special weapon for us, though. You ain't got the scrap for that. The only good slug is a dead slug. A lot of people say 2, so we'll kill them. Yeah, fix that system. It's working nicely. You need to get back in here and get our shield charge back up. Here we go. Let's target a systemless room for maximum damage. It does what it needs to. Blows them apart and we take 36 scrap home as reward. Let's power up the med bay, because we're going to need to, frankly. So let's get everybody in for a heal. We only get 3 people in at once, so once Reddy's healed, we'll send him back. Let's just return the crew and then get Cuddly in there as well. Took a little bit of damage, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah, redistribute. There we go. Cool. We now jump up to the exit as our final act in this sector. There we go. So this long-range relay is almost hidden within a nebula. You travel to the next sector from here. An uneventful visit. So we have another choice. We're getting close to the final boss battle, and to be honest, we're woefully under-equipped for it. But hey, what can you do? Right. So we've got a choice of either the owner's shipyards or a local trade sector. Again, the R seems to be missing. We've got 2 choices. Yeah, perfect evening, thanks. Where am I from? I'm from the UK, namely the Midlands. The Middle Lands. Yeah, okay, so 2 seems to win the day there. Although there's a couple of ones that want to get me shot in the shipyards, but we're going to go through the local trade area in an attempt to gain more scrap. Scrap! Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have done that. That's so obnoxious. Right, okay, we're going to travel at basic FTL as well, which is rather annoying, but what can you do? I'm pretty good as well, Zumek, thanks for asking. This somewhat isolated region... that was bad, I know. Isolated region was what was mostly untouched by the rebellion until now. In peacetime, it was a busy agricultural and production zone. The security situation has been deteriorating lately, but you should be able to cross the sector without too much trouble. That's right, so we're going to produce some fuel on board, because we're always short of that. And we're going to jump through these nebulas in an attempt to slow the fleet down for travelling at basic engines. We can produce more fuel, which is always helpful. We need to power down medbay and power up that. We're just going to sort of zigzag our way through these nebulas. There's an ion storm here. You jump into the middle of a plasma storm. Multiple recently incapacitated ships loom in the shadows, briefly illuminated by lightning. We can manually search the wreckage for survivors and equipment, or avoid the risk and wait to jump away unscathed. We have a couple of choices there. Sorry, I'm doing that thing again where I don't sit close to the mic. Let's get that ASMR sort of audio. Yeah, audio, whatever it is. I can't even remember the acronym now. So number 1. There we go. So, we shall manually search the wreckage for survivors and equipment. Okay, despite your caution, the lack of detection equipment allows debris to crash into your hull. You salvage what you can and prepare to jump before anything worse happens. 5 fuel and 8 missiles is a hell of a haul though, so that was worth it, even though we took the hull damage. We're now going to zigzag through the final nebula. Right, as you drift through the nebula, the outlines of an unlicensed station become visible in the clouds. Its weapons become live. We shall continue. So we need to redistribute power. Shields are badly damaged, or I should say the room is, but we can power up stuff. So let's power up all of that and go to level 3 shields. Bart, we're going to need you to... Fuck me, look at these weapons. That is a nasty missile system, but we can't damage it until we've done some damage to their shields. So prepare your anus. So every time we hit them, we're going to take another point off their shields. They can't penetrate us with that. It's this missile system. How much damage does this do? Oh my god! Oh! Oh god, that is so bad. Right, okay, we need to hit this systemless room for 2 damage. System is broken currently. That's crazy. I think I'm going to actually load the Periton after this barrage. So fire, fire, power down, power up. Whee, fucking hell. Right, yeah, I've just got to try and break through their shields with this. There we go, they're down to 1. Try and take that out. Oh, you didn't get the right thing. That's okay. Let's try and knock it out with this. No, we get another salvo right to the face. Nasty, nasty barrage. We've got some serious enemy weapons here and no means to evade them. RNGesus is not being kind. Double hit, can't wait. We've got to get through. Their primary weapon system is offline now, though. Periton. We can get another shot off. Oh, their primary systems have just come back online. I am going to accept the fuel, even though we've taken a huge beating, and we're going to honour our truce. I'm going to have to sort of zigzag my way through and try and find a means to repair myself, basically. Okay, right. A ship with pirate markings hails you. Hello, Captain. You have been causing the rebels quite a headache. The bounty on your crew is substantial. Hand one of your crew over and we'll share the bounty. A 56 scrap reward and an anti-ship scatter drone. Equally, we can tell them to suck a fat one and refuse them. We are going to fight them though, I think, which is fair enough, because they only have level 2 shields, and it looks to be that all of their weapons are beam related, which means we should be able to hold them off with Bart there. So let's fight them off. Let's power down the Periton and fire up our primary means to attack them. They've gone for a sort of a mind control attack on Visi down there, but we should be able to hold. Bart is the one we need for this one, and Ready. In fact, all of you. We need all of you, but we should do okay. There we go. Nasty hit. Double ion hit. They can break through level 1 shields. That's good to know. So their ion weapons are particularly nasty. They've just stunned our weapons in a big way. Shields are not ready to come back online yet. We need to jump out. I thought we were going to be able to take this one, but we couldn't exactly give a crew member away. So we shall jump. Let's take it to one of the stores. There we go. A trade dock orbits the nearby planet. Ooh, we're doing very, very badly all of a sudden. It's going to cost 81 scrap to fix everything. We've got a bounty hunter database, improved AI. It's the full repair, I'm afraid. We've got plenty of fuel though, so we're going to jump to the other store and just see what's about. Oh, it's crashed my game. Not great. Okay, so we can't jump to that store then. We're going to have to close the program. Sometimes, with the Captain's Edition, certain nodes are bugged. And we're very lucky to have gotten this far without it crashing, because usually it crashes in the nebula. Thankfully, FTL, having a slightly smarter developer than most, has it autosave after every jump. So we can just continue. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. No, we can't then. Oh, what a... Oh, no. Oh, that's... Oh my god, it was like a total crash then. Usually... Shush. Yeah, look, it reset our audio options and everything. God, that was a catastrophic crash then. And we've drifted off into space as well, especially after we just repaired. Oh, well, that's a huge pain in the arse. Well, bugger me. That's annoying. I wonder if that's to do with how I launched the game. I wonder. Because basically there's a... In terms of how you launch it, there's something called the Streamline Patcher, which launches the game. It's like a little Java executed program that you use to patch into the game. And once you patch the game, it asks if you'd like to run it. Maybe because I ran it through the patcher, it's tried to restart the game using Steam, and the Steam version doesn't have the save because the patcher ran it. That's my only reasonable explanation, and it's not that reasonable. God, that's annoying. Ship's fully repaired, best movement, and I didn't even see it. Yeah, exactly. We had our head cut off by a spy. That's it. Clicked. It literally, it just crashed. It just crashed and the save's gone. That is very annoying. Did it even save the stats of that run? We've got all of our old ships, but nothing of the new ones. The Phallus. Quality ship. Well, bugger me. I guess, yeah, Bart definitely the MVP, that one. He did some fucking epic work. Reddy was amazing on weapons. He had a few moments where it was like, just hit something, but I think that was down to RNG and, to be fair, very high evasion on some ships, but most of them were pretty solid, and I can't even say how many bloody shots. It would have been nice if both Vissy and Fufu both dodged a few more missiles. They were dodging the lasers like they weren't even there, but the missiles, most of them tended to find their mark. But they did a pretty good job regardless. We got hit with a lot of missiles. We had a very good start though, to be fair, and I think we might have somewhat salvaged it. I'll be honest with you, I don't think we were quite equipped for the end boss. We had a decent weapon, a decent Mark III, but no real means to survive outside of that. So, one of those ones. Xerox, we crashed. It's just literally kick the bucket. Well, that's very annoying then, and it's too late to start another run. So yeah, sorry man, it's Ready's perfect. That's it. No, it is too late to start another run. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call it a night there because the folks going to bed, and so's the neighbour through the very thin drywall. So yeah. I guess that's it for tonight. A bit of an anticlimactic ending, but I hope you enjoyed the experience thus far. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to simmer on that for a little while. That's really annoying. But hey, I guess there's RNG in the game, there's RNG out of the game, I suppose. It is Rip Street, yeah. Yeah, a Tharsis run. Should we do a Tharsis run? Nobody likes Tharsis, though. Nobody likes Tharsis. Should we do Tharsis? Should we do one Tharsis run? I don't know. Should we? Nah. I don't know. Do people want a Tharsis run? No, people are going off now, I think. I think that's a good end. Long Dark, let's do it. Good stream. What's Tharsis? I love Tharsis. We'll do a Tharsis run then. We'll do one Tharsis run. Let's do a Tharsis run. This is a different type of game. I'll have to edit the VOD afterwards so that people know that we did a Tharsis run at the end. Right, do I have Tharsis on here? I don't. I need to create another window for it. Tharsis. So I need... Tharsis is like a weird game. If you've never seen it before, it's very... you have to be in the mood for it. And it's not a very deep game. It's very RNG though. So if you like RNG, then that's good. Would I recommend buying it if on sale? Yes. If on sale for more than 40%, I'd say yes. But otherwise, no, because it's just not developed anymore. They cheat on the dice rolls. Never. Right. Tharsis. Game capture. It's literally a game in which you roll dice. So yeah, we'll do a Tharsis run to tie off the evening. I feel like I've cheated you because we didn't get any closure, which is really annoying. But FTL runs take about 3.5 hours, and I really can't commit to that. So we'll play another run of Tharsis. I need to click OK on that and then swap those windows around. Sorry, you're just staring at a black screen. Right, Tharsis. Capture full screen window. Tharsis. There we go. Tell us an epilogue story. That'll be enough closure. Yes. Yes. There we go. Yeah, it can't be helped. Do you know of Cosmeteer? I don't. Could accept the RNG, but they do cheat on the dice rolls, especially on the challenges. There have been predetermined results for certain choices. I was so cross.
Silent.
Someone needs to make you make a be right back screen. I can make a be right back screen. I can do that.
Mars waited for us. But when we finally came, it was to answer a call.
Ah, it's a shipbuilding game. I do have one. Oh, do I have one? Oh, do I still have the one Dave made? I don't know whether I've lost it or not. I did wipe the thing after a catastrophic hard drive crash. I don't know whether I still have it ready. Forgive me. Oh god, no! I've got a screenshot from Train Simulator on the East Coast Main Line. Would that help? No, I don't think it would. Streaming assets, backgrounds. It's not there. Logos. We've got some old logos. Panels and banners. I don't have Dave's one. There's a weird Streamlabs app. Emotes are coming soonish. Triggered. That's it. This is extremely loud. Let me just sort that out. That's a bit too quiet. There we go. That'll do. Right, texture quality. That's all on high. We're taking off VSync, not animals. Right. There's missions now apparently. Training, last man floating. All hands on the bad one. Injure and endure. Avoidable trip and trial by fire. And only one of them is like not training. Although they're like, I guess this is all three? I have no clue. Just survive for 3 weeks? I don't know, that seems a bit weird. We're just going to do a normal game. You can't do title and game from Moobot for some reason. I haven't a clue. Should I have a look at the Moobot panel? Moobot. You should be able to edit it. I could be talking out of my menages, but I'm pretty sure Miz asked for access to it, and I didn't give it specifically to Miz. Click here to connect Moobot. Oh, it seems to be disconnected for some reason. Skip. Unauthorized. Oh, here we go. It's back. Try now. Ready. I can't believe it. You tried. No, not this again. It failed. Interesting. It was disconnected for some reason, but it's now back. So let us. Well, I can just change the name from here actually. Although, why bother? Let's I'll just leave it as FTL for now. We're only going to be playing one short run. I'll change it in the VOD afterwards. You're refreshing the site and it's just not working. Strange. I'll try and see what's wrong with it. I'm pretty sure Miz was changing some stuff the other day, so it's a bit weird. Right, okay, sorry. Tharsis, keep you waiting for a game that we've already finished. So, who have we got with us? We've got the captain, or sorry, the doctor, the specialist, the mechanic and the captain. I haven't quite got these ones unlocked yet, or at least not on this account. God, the commander requires 3,000 repairs. No, I guess I do. I guess this is my normal one. Do we want to play it on hard? We unlocked hard after we completed it the last time, so should we play it on hard? We're going to just use the normal crew of Kalea Jones, or Kayla, sorry, Alison, Packle and Jean. What's wrong with their faces? Tharsis. I don't know. Just before you start, remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. That's right. I don't know how hard is going to be. I generally tend to be able to wriggle out of this stuff. So let's see how difficult hard is. I've never played hard mode before.
Not all of them at once. We can't turn back, but how can we go on?
Zimok. I do still play with Zerf. There we go. Sorry. A micrometeoroid's burst has destroyed the pantry and crippled the Iktomi. The pantry is obviously where all the food is kept, and the Iktomi is the name of the vessel that we are on. J-Cross has been ejected into space, and Mipia Musgrave has suffered a fatal injury. Only 4 crew remain. So, the thing, like, I do kind of play with. The thing is, ZF play a lot of things like PUBG. And I could count on a long list the amount of people that play PUBG here. And I don't think you need me covering PUBG as well. Most of all, I don't really like PUBG. Not that it's a bad game, it's a very good game, but it's not my cup of tea. I prefer games like this, sort of smaller single-player experiences. And I think you guys prefer the differentiate in the diversity of the content slightly. So I think you don't usually watch live streams. It's one of those ones. PUBG is a snorefest. Well, I think it's just because so many people covered it. Do you remember the CS:GO inning of like last year, where like every streamer was streaming like fucking CS:GO? So I like to think, I kind of think of myself as ZF's indie gamer guy. Probably me and Zmeagol. Although Zmeagol's the horror guy, and he's got brass balls to play some of the games he does. Because oh god. Okay, in terms of the hard start, let me tell you exactly what we're looking at here. We've got 10 weeks to get to Mars. It's a one-way trip because the pantry's been destroyed, so we have no food for the return journey. We have a hull integrity of 3, which means if we take 3 damage, we shall get fucked. We have 1 ration of food in the top right, along with 1 assist. The whole game is centered around rolling dice, of which you can see with these white squares how many dice people have. So, the mechanic here is 2 dice, 2 dice, 2 dice, and 5 dice. So, we really want to get the captain doing this one. So, we'll see what we can do up here. So, let's go up here to the CPBF damaged system. We need to roll 10, which means we're not going to get her to do it all in one go. We might at least roll yes, we are. We're going to get it to do it all in one go. Perfect. That was extremely lucky. Now we've got a full inventory of people to get this shit done over here. What I am going to do is deploy the mechanic in here as well. Do I want to do that yet? I want to get some assists. We'll get some assists. This seems a bit weird that I'm putting him in an empty room, but you'll see. So we've got a 6 and a 3. Let's go for the full 3 assists and let's roll again, see if we can't get a 5. It's a 4, so we'll put it down here. We've got MCC override, we've got supplements and hull repair. Not too bad. So we've got full assists, ready for the captain to go in here and try and like one-shot this bitch. So instantly, a couple of very high rollers and the assists just paid dividends. So let's hold these dice and try and roll these 2 to get higher. A 6 and a 2. Not too bad. So we can make 27 here. Or 25, sorry. We can probably trust the other guy to roll a 4, so let's just put the 2 in research. And let's bring the specialist in here to bury the hatchet. Here we go. So she gets a 3 that goes into stasis, which means we have to use that 3. To be honest, I'm going to put the 3 in here and the 5 up there, so we complete our roll. There we go. Not too bad.
Moods are turning sour. The crew's and my own. But if I can't lead them, we're all dead. I need to get it together.
There we go. So, another mechanic of this game is the decisions. At the end of every week, you have to make a decision and side with some of the crew. It has positive and negative benefits. So, out of here, we have a choice to either get 1 dice for all crew and lose 1 health for all crew, or we have a choice to gain +1 food and -1 health for these 2. There we go. One finger cannot. We need to work together to get the supplies. So I'm going to lose a health for both of those 2 and get some food into the game. The specialist and the mechanic are going to be the people that we need with these kind of dice. So now we've got 2 people with 4 dice and 1 person with 1. So we've had radiation contaminants here. Not good. So let's see what we can do. Who's got the most health at the moment? No one, really. So this presents us with a unique problem. How are we going to tackle this? He does wonder. Let's use the dock. Let's get you in here and try and get you to roll a 5. Perfect. So I can give either everyone in the module +1 health, or we can increase the assist. So we'll do that. We'll take it up to maximum assist. Let's use the mechanic. Let's get the mechanic in here to fix the rads while we've got the assists handy. Let's roll in. So instantly he gets saved some health. Let's hold the high rollers and roll the 3 again. See if we can't roll high. 5, 21. We only need a 1 difference. But we can't roll high enough for a 6. So, instead of deploying someone in here and have it like a huge waste of time, we're going to drop a 5 in here and use the MCC override. That is going to drop it down to 5. We bring a 5 out and use it to fix the system. We then have a 6 and a 5 left over. We drop the 6 in hull repair to get a pull point back, and the 5 in health recovery to bring him back up to full health. So that now leaves these two to deal with the BDOS failure in the biolab. What happened to this game? What are these rolls? Yes, it's pretty good. Show your Steam library, that's it. I also love the soundtrack from this game. It's another good one. Anyone know what the background music is? It's just that if you type in Tharsis OST, which on YouTube, which stands for official soundtrack, yeah, it's that's what it is basically. Sorry for filling your chat with PUBG stuff, by the way. Yeah, no worries. Yes, it's from the game, exactly. Right, so let's bring, first of all, let's bring the captain in here. Or do we bring the captain in there? Let's bring the specialist in first. So we've got 2 assists. Let's roll in. We only need to make 11. So we've used both of our assists. We're going to hold the 5 and the 4 because that makes 9. Unless we get snake eyes, which would be really unlucky. Not great either, but we can at least pop those to bed. So let's go that and that. Nah. Well, it's not great because we have to use all of those. But hey, what can we do? So we can bring those all in there, and we can bring the captain into this module as well. This is where food is produced, so if we can get enough of the same number, we've got 6 and 3, so we've got 2 3s and that. So let's go for putting a 6 in there to get her and the specialist an extra dice, and let's put the 3s in food production. We shall re-roll the 6 in an attempt to get a 3, in which we get another 6, which we will put in the projects. So we get a piece of food and some extra dice.
I let my fear get the better of me, but the others have proven me wrong. I'm proud of how the crew has come together.
Show my Steam library, it's not very impressive.
We might actually have a chance.
There we go. Okay, so -1 dice is nasty. She's already... Okay, this is better. He loses a dice, but we gain a food. We are running low in surprise and have to work hard. So losing 1 dice for 1 food, that's a much better choice. So he loses a dice. She needs to eat. To be honest, so does he. So we'll bring everybody into the game. You might as well eat it while it's there. A triple system failure. The triple max salute. So we've got trouble afoot. Stress is a little bit high. And imminent destruction. So, imminent destruction up here, this red glow around the outside, means that every single one of these systems is going to do 2 damage. That's going to take us beyond what the ship can take. So we have to fix every single system in this run. So, choices, choices. Doc, let's start here. Void means that the dice is deleted, so as few voids as possible. We'll hold the 6 and the 5, and we'll roll snake eyes again. We get an assist, so... Let's think about this all smart like. We have to use all of these. Or do we? Let's bring that in there and use the repair module. Now we only need a 6 and a 5, and we can get 3 assists for the other rooms. So that's a good start. So 1 problem has been dealt with, and we have 3 crew remaining. Now, the next most serious system is this one, because we have 3 assists for the damage down here. Whoever has the most health is the best to do this, so we're going to bring the specialist in. We could use the prevent injury thing, but that's not really likely. So, no injuries. We are going to hold those and try and... The 3 is risky. I'm going to keep the 3 and roll the 1 again, see if I can't get higher. I can get a 5. So I can go... Ooh, where's that guy? Sorry, I lost where everything was then. So 6, we can keep a 5 basically. So let's do... Yeah, let's do this, and then put a 5 in stress reduction. So she loses out on stress, and then we bring the captain... we've got choices on where we can send the captain, but I know where I'm going to send... Oh, I could send her down here. Okay, let's send the captain down here. Low temperatures in the engine room. So we've got double stasis there, 6 and 3, which together makes 9. Quick math. Got another stasis, so that has to be a 1. We only need to make 8, which means we can do that and that. Go 3. We can put a 6 in there and a 1 in here, which gives her +1 dice, so she doesn't lose a dice this turn. That leaves the mechanic to do whatever the fuck he likes, and to be honest, I'm going to deploy him in here in an attempt to make some food. So let's roll you in. We need to get as many of the same number as we can, which is 3. 1, 2, and 3. So we have the same amount of food. All we need to do now is roll a 5 or above, which we didn't, so we're going to have to just prevent one of the dice. In fact, we could re-roll. Let's use the shuffle. Duct tape is a pretty shit one. Hack is good. Stimulants is bad. That's crap. Let's shuffle again. That's really bad. But we'll shuffle one more time. That's a really good one. Disaster reduction 28. That's the one we're after. So we've got plenty of food. Next turn.
I've checked our food stores, and it looks grim. We lost more than half our supplies with the module. If we don't find some creative solutions, we'll starve before we ever reach Mars.
Dead Space 2. Sweats. Right, so this one, -1 hull is pretty nasty. They're both -1 hull. +2 assists could be interesting, but crew stress is way better, so we're going to lower the stress of the crew. We can resort to cannibalism, which will cause stress. You remember one of the crew was killed instantly. We can resort to cannibalism now to stay in the game, which gives us +2 dice. So, sorry, terrible on stream. Sylvia here has 0 stress, so she's going to eat a chunk of meat, and that's going to put her back in the game. So, a lot of systems are damaged. We're going to take more damage than we can deal with here, so we've got some choices ahead of us. Now, the mechanic has the most health, so ideally we want him to go and deal with the airlock leak down here, in coalition with the captain. So, we have to basically move him down here, but that will make him lose a health, because he has to move through a room that has a damaged module. So, instead, we are going to deploy Silver up here to deal with the... Oh, do we? No. Let's bring the doctor down here to deal with the moisture area. Like this. So she can instantly one-shot this. And she should. We shouldn't fuck around. Let's not chance it. Okay, so 1 problem dealt with, 3 crew remain. Both are very high rollers though. Ideally we want to get Allison to one-shot one of the things so we have as many dice as we possibly can to deal with the other rooms. I don't have any supports though. Right. We've got our work cut out for us here, and it's going to be nasty, but we've got to do what we can. So, let's roll in here. We've got blood-soaked dice. 2 voids. 1 dice is deleted. Hold the 5, roll the snakes. Another snake. Shit hand. We'll hold the 2, and we'll pop the 5 into the hat. Bad roll. Okay, we're only going to take 1 damage here, so we've got to now prioritise this one, which again is dangerous, but we have no choice. I'm just thinking about how I want to proceed with this. This is the hard difficulty. If he rolls like 4 5s, mate, he can basically kill himself, but I have to try. So he takes an injury. That is a very good hand. I'm going to take that. I shouldn't, but I should. Nine. How many dice does the captain have? She has that. +1 health to all crew. Let's do that. Everyone has +1 health. So hopefully this won't kill the captain when she tries to finish this one. We're going to take at least 1 damage, and I can't avoid it. We're going to have to just try and deal with this as best we can. Going to take 2 damage. It's killed her. So the game's over. Just like that. The ship breaks apart in a single turn. RN Jesus. There we go. Just like that. Should change to get so many confused people. Sorry, this is, yep, it's not FTL. Rip, more food. That was it. Such is the nature of the game. We did actually very well. We micromanaged very, very well to start with, so excellent. But sadly, we didn't do it. Strategies, being overly cautious. Sorry, consider stocking up on supplies the first turn instead of fixing everything. What do you mean? No, fix everything. If you're going to take shitloads of damage, fix everything. Only if you've got the extra die. I disagree with that strategy completely. Does this game even have an ending? Can you reach Mars? Yes, you can. We've done it in the past. But that was actually a very good run. Believe it or not. That was actually... You usually don't even get that far. So yeah, I don't know. I might play some more Tharsis maybe, I don't know, another time. It's definitely a grindy game. Not something you can sort of play... But it is something you can play every now and again. But prepare to die a lot, because that is the nature of the game. Why no disaster control for the engines? Because we didn't have enough dice to make up the disaster control module. Otherwise we would have. Rip already. Exactly. I'm pretty good, Tomberry. But we're about to sign off for the night because it is 11 o'clock GMT. And yeah, there are people in rooms adjacent to mine trying to get to sleep. So we'll call it there, I think. So yeah, a little bit of an added Tharsis stream as well. A little bit of, I say a little thing, it was about 10 minutes. But we've been going for 3 hours nearly, 2 hours 52. So yeah, not too bad at all. Cool, cool. It was quite shit. Very funny. Sweet. So thank you, yep, everyone that yeah, did the old clickety of the purple button, the old subscribe thing. It's very helpful. It all goes back into streaming basically. It's going to be used in conjunction with a bit of the old, you know, the old Christmas moolah to maybe, I don't know, change the desk probably. That's what that was what needs to go. The desk has to be moved. So, and then I get a larger desk and I can do way more things with it. So that should be much nicer. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed this little Tharsis stream. I'm going to pass you on to Yuki von Vallerheim here, who is playing Warframe. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care and have a splendid one. Good night, guys.